And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, streaming live on YouTube and also on Mixlr.com from the 73rd Annual Macomb Western Holiday Boys Basketball Tournament. And Western Hall, Leroy A. Ufkus Court. It's the Liberty Eagles taking on the number 3 seed in this tournament, the Farmington Farmers. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull. Jack is alongside as well. We welcome you to the broadcast tonight, the first of 2 in a row coming your way here on Central Illinois Sports as the Liberty Eagles look to pull the upset against Farmington, and then Camp Point Central and Lewiston will match up in the late game of the first day of this tournament in what should be a good matchup as well. Farmington enters the contest with a record of 10-1 on the season. Liberty is 5-6, but getting better as they go, and will be a tough squad for this Farmington team, who is a little more rugged than some of the teams Liberty has played this year. But Coach Greg Altmix talked about a team from the California, Missouri area might have helped prepare the Liberty squad for this team, as they had some kids who are a little more built and broad-shouldered. As we see this Farmington squad, one of their main players, Jack, is young Mr. DePriest, and he's a young man who is going to be playing some college football at a pretty good level, and we were impressed with him when we saw him as a sophomore, last year as a junior, and this year finally in his senior season. 6'4", about 275 or so, and moves pretty well for the big man.
Yep, he's a young man that you really have to know where he's at all the time, and Liberty has absolutely nobody to match up unless they put all 5 guys on him at one time. But Greg's going to send those little bees out there, the Liberty Eagles, and they're going to do their best, and they're a pretty good shooting team. Today, so far, Jacksonville won the first game over Abington 56-41. It was West Hancock holding off Brown County 59-46. Then Monmouth Roseville survived Canton 59-55. Rockridge all over Pittsfield 49-22. Eureka over Illini West 70-32. And then Illini Bluffs with a double-digit win over Macomb just moments ago. And that Illini Bluff squad showed that they can still shoot the basketball. Cam Scott had 21 in the first half of that game.
Yeah, they were an impressive team and really could shoot it. And they will, of course, take on the Eureka team, I should say, tomorrow. As Jack told you, Eureka cruised past Illini West, so that should be a good matchup tomorrow afternoon and evening. This tournament does take place again tomorrow, and then the Friday break as WIU plays a home game, and then they'll finish everything up on Saturday here at the Macomb Western Hall. Games tomorrow already scheduled. A 9 o'clock game, Abington-Avon and Brown County. Steve Surratt will have that broadcast with a pregame around 8:30 on bchornetsports.com, so we invite you to join him there. We'll have a broadcast here on Central Illinois Sports at 10:30 as Pittsfield plays Canton. A 1 o'clock contest, Illini West and Macomb will match up. And then at 2:30, the losers of these two games, Farmington, Liberty, Lewiston, and Camp Point Central, the two teams that fall tonight, will play tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. The winners will play at 9:30 tomorrow night as they fit a lot of games in here at one day, Jack. They take some breaks in between as well to help clear the gym and reset some things here at Western Hall, so that makes for a late night game, and we've seen that 9:30 game a lot of times.
We have been here for the 9:30 game, and we've been here a lot in the mid-morning to spend a lot of time in Macomb, but it's a lot of fun. Get to see a lot of people we don't get to see any other time, but it's a good place for us to be. We'll take a break on the pregame show. We get ready for Liberty and Farmington when we come back after these.
At Country Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield. In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
We welcome you back to the broadcast. Liberty and Farmington matching up here. And the game's scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. They're going to be about right on time for this matchup here on the first day of the tournament. They do a really nice job running this tournament here at Macomb. And a lot of folks, a lot of volunteers help put the tournament on. And really a pretty good crowd. Some of the Macomb fans have stuck around for this contest. And Farmington usually brings a good following as well, so glad to see some folks out watching the game tonight. Really, Jack, one of the best games I think of the tournament is going to be that 9:30 game, and there probably won't be very many people here to see it.
No, Lewiston has reeled off 12 wins in 13 games, only losing to Farmington. Camp Point Central 7-3, I do believe, coming in, but 2 big wins over West Hancock and Monmouth Roseville to get ready for this tournament.
And 2 of their losses for Camp Point Central, of course, came while their football team was still playing deep into the playoffs as they played for the state title in Class 1A. So as a full squad, they've only lost 1 game, and that was to Quincy Notre Dame at the Pit in a game that the Panthers just didn't shoot it very well in the first half.
They fell out, 15-0 in the beginning of that game and made 1 shot in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weird one for the Camp Point Central Panthers, and I think they're a team, they finished 4th in this tournament a year ago, and they're looking to have a deep run into the championship day for this year's tournament as well. This Liberty Eagles squad, they're going to play a lot of players, is Coach Greg Altmix. We've really seen them mix a lot of guys in and out, and they're growing, Jack, and you're a team without any seniors on the squad. You're looking for some leadership and some of those guys that have played for a couple of years, and some of those things that Greg Altmix has been talking about and working on for the last couple of years are starting to come to fruition for the Eagles.
They graduated a couple of seniors, one that played quite a bit for them, but a youth movement that you haven't seen in too many places other than maybe Pleasant Hill back when Adam Gunnerman was a senior with youngsters. But this Liberty squad, if they get hot, they can shoot the basketball. It's time to meet the teams that are playing in this game, and here's Charlie to tell you all about it.
Liberty's head coach is Greg Altmix. Jordan and Alex Altmix are his assistants. They're 5-6 on the season. And their lineup looks like this. At a guard, he's a 6'2 junior, Landon Obert. At another guard is a 6'2 junior, Jordan Nyson. And at the third guard spot is the 6-foot sophomore, Knowlton Klingel. Oh, looks like they're going to have the national anthem. We'll bring that to you as well.
You see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous
nice job with the national anthem by that young lady, and didn't expect that. I thought they'd
they usually
sing
do
that
it for
before the Macomb game.
Before the Macomb game, most years at 6:30, but let's finish up with the starting lineups.
Well, Obert, Nyson, and Klingel will be joined by a 6-foot sophomore Ryan Hedrick and a 5'9" junior Joe Owens. Owens, Hedrick, Klingel, Nyson, and Obert for the Liberty Eagles. For the squad from Farmington, the Farmers head coach Jeff Otto, 10-1 on the season. Their lineup will look like this. At a guard, he's a 5'8" junior Dalton Powell. At another guard, he is a 6'2" junior Jaden Rutledge. And at the third guard is a 6'3" senior Co Jansen. At a forward, he's a 6'4" senior Jared DePriest. At the other forward, the 6-foot junior Blake Spinger. Spinger, DePriest, Rutledge, Powell, and Jansen for the Farmington Farmers.
I think they're supposed to be Springer. I must have missed the R. According to the official thing here, I think you can make him a Springer now.
Well, thanks,
That's
Jack.
easier than saying Spinger anyway.
Well, yeah, I would have probably mixed in Springer at some point anyway, but we'll go ahead and call him by his real name, and that would be Blake Springer. Liberty will be in the visiting red uniforms with the white numbers, and Farmington's in the home whites with the gold numbers and purple trim for the Farmington Farmer program that has a...
I just hope this DePriest boy doesn't fall on anybody, because Liberty may have trouble finding their players after. That's a big boy right there.
He's not playing pretty good-sized college football by mistake, that's for sure.
South Dakota State, and they play against Western in that conference that they play in.
All right, that is true. The Leathernecks, you'd think you'd try to reel in a guy like that if you're just down the road.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to think, but he'll come back and haunt you probably down the road. Well, it's time for basketball action. A doubleheader coming your way, and we're ready to get her going. Here's Charlie to tell you about it.
Jansen jumps in the center for the squad from Farmington and wins the tip. Springer gets the ball out front. That's to Powell. Powell looking down low for DePriest. Ball knocked away by Hedrick. DePriest will run it down in the corner. Going to go toward the basket. Dishes off down low to Dalton Powell. Has the ball stripped and stolen away by Klingel. First turnover by the Farmers. Pressure in the backcourt against Liberty. Obert's got the ball back there. Patient with it. He and Klingel will bring it across the time stripe. Now to Nyson. Nyson penetrates to Klingel. Had trouble with the catch. Trying to settle in as this Liberty Eagles squad. 7:30 to play in the first. No score after they got the turnover by Farmington on their first possession. Down low, Obert in the paint. Shot altered, and the rebound comes down to Powell, his first. Powell dishes the ball off. And now we'll bring it up into the front court. Powell and Rutledge actually had the rebound that time. I apologize, Jack. Jansen with the left-hand bounce. Out to Powell. Swings it left side. They try to work it down in the paint to DePriest and turn it over. Stolen away by Nyson. Turnover number 2 by the Farmers. Liberty has scouted Farmington early, as you can tell, and now we'll see a foul as Nyson was bringing the ball toward the front court. A foul whistled against one of the Farmers.
Well, I've got to look and see. It appears to be Springer who picks up the foul, his first, team first.
Klingel brings the ball into the front court, takes his man right to the screener, dishes off to Owens. Top of the key now is Nyson, left wing Owens. He'll pull it out front and reset. 6:47 to play here in the first. No score in the early going. Now the ball tipped and nearly stolen away, and Owens went after the ball, went flying, and that's because he had somebody's hand in the middle of his back, and the second foul of the contest whistled against Farmington.
Owens not getting up very quickly either, so we'll take a look and see what's going on with old Joe there. Pretty tough kid. He's going to come out of the game. He's got a little hitch in his get-along. Looks like maybe a hip or a knee there possibly.
Bryden Klingel will check into the game for Liberty. So Bryden and Knowlton both into the contest for the Eagles as Owens took the chair. Obert with the basketball, way out between the circles for the red-clad Eagles. Left side to Knowlton. Klingel tries to drive his man off the bounce. Rises, shoots, and scores, does the lefty, and a 2-0 lead in the early going for the Liberty Eagles.
Was that Obert?
That was Klingel.
Klingel, thank you.
Powell plays the point for Farmington and throws it away. Obert with the steal. Larceny at one end, layup at the other is no good. Rebound pulled in by Rutledge, his second. They work the ball off to Powell. Powell into the front court, finds Rutledge left side. to the big man DePriest. In the corner it goes to Springer. They swing it around. 3-point shot on the way, no good by Rutledge. Rebound, Obert tries to secure but could not hold it in. Finally, the ball is cleared out to Powell, to DePriest. Quick pass down low goes to Rutledge. He'll rise and shoot, no good. Rebound to Hedrick for Liberty. And then a kicking violation whistled against Rutledge. It'll be Liberty ball out of bounds, length of the court to go.
Looks like that Farmington have a little trouble taking care of the basketball, and they've had trouble in this tournament completing the deal.
Into the front court, Nyson drives in, has his shot blocked out of bounds by DePriest. It'll stay with Liberty. During the dead ball a moment ago, Corbin Rutledge, a 6-foot freshman, checked in for Farmington. 5:41 to play first quarter, 2-0 Liberty with the lead. And the basketball, inbounds pass Hedrick, off the glass and in for two. And the Eagles have soared to a 4-0 lead to start the contest on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Out front with the basketball is Rutledge. Throws it off to Springer on the right wing. That goes to Jansen. Deep in the corner to Corbin Rutledge. Skip pass over to Jaden Rutledge. Dribble drive inside. Rises, shoots from 4. Tried to bank it in. No good. Rebound tipped and secured by Jordan Nyson for Liberty. To Klingel. Klingel got caught with his pivot foot dragging behind him that time and traveling the call. First of the contest by Liberty.
Farmington with 3 turnovers. Liberty with 1. Liberty with a 4-0 lead at the 5:12 mark of the first quarter.
Inbounds pass for the Farmers goes into the backcourt as Rutledge will bring it up. This is Corbin Rutledge. Left side, Jaden Rutledge. Deep in the corner, it goes to Jansen. Jansen. The skip pass right side, Rutledge. To Rutledge in the corner, downloaded to DePriest. That's where they want to get the ball. And the first 2 points of the night by DePriest puts the Farmers on the board at the 4:55 mark of this first quarter and cuts the Liberty lead to a pair of points. Nyson with the ball in the backcourt, gets the ball quickly shoveled ahead to Klingel. Drives inside, dishes off left side. Knowlton Klingel to his brother Brighton. Shot no good. Rebound put back by Hedrick, won't fall. And the rebound this time, Jaden Rutledge with another board. He'll work it to Corbin Rutledge, who plays the point now. Out between the circles to Springer. Springer looking down low to DePriest, trying to body up on Hedrick down there. DePriest has already used the bounce. To Jansen, and now underneath the foul called away from the ball against one of the Farmers. This is going to be DePriest.
DePriest picks up his first, team number 2. And in fact, team number 3, it says.
Obert with the ball into the front court, right into a double team. Out of it to Knowlton Klingel. Klingel wants to attack the rack. Drives in, shot blocked, rebound on the play, pulled down by a new man into the game for Farmington. This is Ben Martin. And then he's fouled by Knowlton Klingel.
Yeah, let's see. Martin, there he is. Picks that up, and the foul goes against Knowlton Klingel, his first, team first. 4:09 left first quarter, and a 4-2 lead for Liberty.
Into the contest for the Eagles will come Robbins. That is Logan Robbins, a 6'2 freshman. He replaces Hedrick.
He's the tallest guy they got on the team, I think.
4:09 to play in the first. Pretty good move by Greg Altmix. Give Hedrick a little breather while DePriest is on the bench because Hedrick's been guarding him so far. Rutledge with the ball left side. Skip pass goes out front. Now around the horn go the Farmers. Into the corner on the right side is a little drive by Martin. Shot won't fall. Rebound fought for and secured by Corbin Rutledge. Out to Martin. Anderson's in the game now. That's Ty Anderson. He's a 6-foot sophomore. As Jeff Otto's gone deep into his bench in the early going. Right side to Rutledge. Dribble drive inside. Kicks it over on the left wing. That's to Jansen. A 3-ball on the way is good. And Farmington has a 5-4 lead. First lead change of the contest. As the Farmers have this 5-4 advantage. 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Liberty the other way. Obert drives in. Shot up is good. And he's fouled as Obert took it right to the rack. He'll get an and one opportunity.
So the foul against Farmington will be their 4th of the ball game. Goes against Anderson. That'll be his first, team 4th. Over to the free throw line to shoot the and one. It's a tie ball game.
7-5.
7-5 and a lead change, the second of the ball game. That's what I was looking for.
Jaden Rutledge checks back in for Farmington. And taking a chair appeared to be Springer. Rutledge left alone. Left side, 3-ball on the way. Good. Jaden Rutledge, the 6'2 junior, at the triple. And makes it an 8-7 advantage for Farmington. Now a pass deep into the front court as Hessling finds an open man running down the court. That's Klingel. This is Brighton Klingel with his first two. Nice find by Hessling. Looked like the quarterback that time. 9-8 advantage for Liberty. Back and forth battle here in the early going. 2:49 to play in the first. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, and now Rutledge gets called for traveling. A turnover whistled against Farmington is their fourth of the first quarter. Both teams doing some subbing again. Hedrick returns for Liberty as Nyson takes a chair. Into the front court with the basketball goes Klingel. Avoids the double team to Hessling. Right side Obert going to drive in. Fake shot up no good. Partially blocked and out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty underneath their own hoop.
About the fifth block shot already in the ball game, but Liberty will just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you.
We said they're like the zombie apocalypse. They just keep having more bodies coming right at you. Here's Hessling. Pass left side, Obert. Shot fake, drive in, left hand, good. And a move by Obert. He's got another two. And it makes it 11-8 Eagles with 2:25 to play in the first. Into the front court with the basketball, Dalton Powell. Works it off right side, Martin. Rutledge dishes at top of the key now. It goes to Powell. Little back cut to Rutledge. Runner up no good. A rebound down to Hedrick. His outlet pass finds Klingel. He'll turn and take it into the front court with a left-hand bounce. Bounce pass down low. Hessling says, get me out of here. Down low to Hedrick, whose shot from 8 is good. And it's 13-8 Eagles with just under 2 minutes to play in the first. Largest lead of the contest right now for Liberty. Playing with some energy here in the first game of their 2018 Macomb Holiday Tournament experience. 3-ball on the way left side for Farmington's Martin is an air ball. And the rebound down to Liberty, who then throws it away as Martin got back and gets the steal. He'll push into the front court. Rutledge, 1:35 to play in the first quarter. Down by 5 is Farmington. In the corner right side, this is Martin again. He'll dribble it out front. Cutting across now as Anderson dishes right side. Rutledge from the baseline. 12-foot jump shot good. And Ben Rutledge has 5 of his team's 10 and cuts the Liberty lead to 3. 1:17 to play in the first. Over the other way for Liberty. Into a double team. Out of it he goes to Robbins. Reach around pass down to Hedrick, who missed the short shot. And the rebound secured by Dalton Powell for Farmington. Turns and takes it quickly the other way. Right side to Anderson. Spots up for a 3. It's an air ball. Obert's got the board for Liberty. To Hessling, who says, let's pick up the tempo. Trying to go down low, and he turns it over. He's trying to force it into something that wasn't there. Third turnover by Liberty. 47 seconds to play in the first. A 3-point lead for the Eagles. Basketball for the Farmers. Martin drives the lane. Nobody stops him. Missed the shot, though. Obert's got another board. 2-on-1 into the front court. Travels, no call. Had to throw it toward the rim because he knew he had traveled. The rebound on the play, though, comes down to Klingel, whose put back won't fall. Tip up again, no good. But Knowlton Klingel will get rewarded for his stick-to-itiveness with 2 shots.
Klingel's a little skinny dude, but he fought for the rebound that time, and the foul goes the other way. And it's on Dalton Powell. That'll be his first and team 5th. 2 free throws for Liberty. They lead 13-10 with 30.9 seconds left first quarter. Trying to pull the upset over number 3 Farmington. The lefty Klingel, Knowlton that is, puts the first one up and it's no good. Got to make those free throws, boys. That's so important when you're playing a team that is rated above you.
Farmington brings 4 new players into the game. The only new man, it looks like, is Lucas Prest, the 5'10 senior. Both teams have gone about 10 deep.
Yep, Obert will sit down. Klingel, the lefty, puts the second one up and finds the mark, and Klingel's got 3 on the night.
Here comes Clayton Obert, a 5'10 freshman in for Liberty.
They're not afraid to stick those youngsters out there.
Well, he is not the first or the last Obert to play for Liberty. 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. 14-10 the lead for Liberty. Brest has the ball, works it out front to Rutledge. Drive inside, off the glass, hangs in the air. Shot good by Corbin Rutledge this time, his first 2. And he'll have an and-one opportunity as he's fouled by Logan Robbins or Clayton Obert.
I thought Clayton Obert picked up the foul, his first. And team second, I do believe. 16.7 seconds left in the quarter. The and one comes the way of Corbin Rutledge. His first 2, as Charlie told you. Up and good, and the young man comes in and does a good job for his team.
15 ticks to play in the first. Hessling with it in the backcourt. Finds Brighton Klingel, trying to get away from the pressure. Into the front court, Knowlton Klingel with 8. Drives the lane, forces one up, won't fall. Rebound down to Hedrick with 4. Turns and faces, trying to dish down low, and the ball goes between the legs and out of bounds as he was looking for Brighton Klingel. Turnover number 4 by Liberty. 2 ticks to play in the first. Length of the court to go for the Farmers. They need somebody to take it out, and that somebody will be Brust. Brust will get it to DePriest, who will turn and throw a pass. This will not count, and he didn't get a shot off anyway. And after a quarter, it's Liberty 14, Farmington 13. We'll take a breather, and we'll have second quarter play-by-play after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
Liberty leads at 14-13. They're 7 of 17, 41%. Haven't shot a 3, 2 for 3 from the arc. And 5 of 13 is Farmington, 38.4%, 40% from the arc, 2 of 5. Liberty's had 5 shots blocked in the ball game of the 10 that they've missed.
Just underway here in the second quarter. Liberty has the basketball. Brighton Klingel with a little turnaround shot from 8 is good as he kissed it off the glass. He's got 4 in a reserve role tonight and makes it 16-13 Eagles. Just underway here in the second period. Powell with it left side finds Brust. Skip pass right side goes to Rutledge. Rutledge will put it on the floor with the left hand. Down low, nice find to DePriest, who lays it up and in for an easy 2. He's got 4. And the lead for Liberty down to 1 once again. 16-15 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Obert finds Hedrick near the sideline. Out top to Knowlton Klingel. Drives in, dishes down low. What a pretty find to Nyson off the glass and in for 2. And Nyson's got his first 2 on a good find from Klingel. 7:07 to play in the half. Liberty likes this up-tempo style they've been able to play so far. Brust with the ball right wing for Farmington. He's picked up the dribble, looks for an opening, finds Rutledge. Corbin Rutledge on the drive in. Dishes out left side. 3 ball on the way by Powell is an air ball. Rebound fought for underneath and out of bounds. Last touch by Rutledge, and it will be Liberty basketball.
Missed shot, no rebound, and no control on the play. Liberty will take over here, and Klingel will inbound the ball. Knowlton Klingel's really grown up in the last year and a half on the basketball court.
Code Jansen is checked back in for Farmington. Klingel's inbounds pass comes to Obert. Hands it off to Klingel. Klingel into the front court. He's running away from the double team. Lost his footing and traveling called as he just slipped on the sideline.
5th turnover of the ball game against Liberty. That time just found a slick spot and couldn't do anything with it.
6:45 to play in the half. 18-15 advantage for Liberty. But it'll be a basketball in the hands of the Farmington Farmers. Powell with it, and they call him for traveling.
Yep, picked up the other foot. 5 turnovers on each team right now.
And a little bit of a slow start to the second quarter compared to the first quarter, where both teams played about 10 players apiece.
Made you earn your pay, didn't it?
In the backcourt is Klingel. Little hesitation. Tried to throw the pass down low. It got tipped right back into his hands. He says, thank you very much. Lays it up with the left hand, and Klingel has 5. And the lead out to 5 for Liberty. 20-15. Largest lead of the contest, tied right now. Powell with the basketball for Farmington. Drives in, dishes left side. Here's a 3-point shot on the way. No good. An air ball by Springer. Rebound was secured by Klingel. That's Brighton Klingel that time, was it not?
He's got 3 rebounds already in the game.
Obert with the ball, had the bounce get away from him, had to pick it up and give it off to Knowlton Klingel. Right wing, drives inside, dishes in the paint to Hedrick, kicks it out right side. Nyson, 3, short. Rebound fought for. Obert kept it alive, but it is finally secured by Jaden Rutledge for Farmington. To DePriest. Down into the front court, Springer. Runner up no good, got his own rebound. Throws it out front to Powell. And Powell will set up the offense for the Farmers. 5:35 to play in the half. Skip pass right side. Jaden Rutledge, a deep three. It's an air ball. DePriest tried to secure the board, but couldn't get both mitts on it. Out of bounds it'll be. Liberty basketball.
DePriest gets down there and gets open. They don't find him much, and then he quits working at that point when he doesn't get the ball, and that's kind of what Liberty wants to see happen early.
Obert has the ball in the backcourt for Liberty. This Liberty squad is very versatile. You don't necessarily see the same man even bring the ball up every time. Obert drives the lane, had the ball knocked away, stolen away. Turnover number 6 by the Eagles. Into the front court. Powell on the run out off the glass is good and cuts the Eagle lead to 3. And we'll have a timeout whistled and taken by Farmington. We'll pause as well. 5:12 to play in the half, 20-17. The advantage for Liberty over the Farmers. Back with you after this.
Press Yours on You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours on You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonyou.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
Timeout was taken by Jeff Otto. We're back to live action. 5:11 to play in the second quarter. And Coach Otto's Farmers trail Liberty 20-17 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen for your residential and commercial trash needs. Here's Nyson knifing across the lane. Finishes with the left hand. And Farmington having trouble keeping Liberty out of the lane right now. 4 points for Jordan Nyson. And a lot of Liberty shots have come from within 6 foot and in. And that's with a pretty big size disadvantage. Now Farmington gets the ball into DePriest. Still finished the left-hand baby hook. He's got 6. And the lead again trimmed to 3. Nyson with it in the backcourt. Klingel takes a chair, and the ball was run down by Obert, who throws it across to Nyson. Nyson drives. Pull up from 10. Rattles in. Nyson with a quick 4. Makes it 24-19 with 4:25 to play in the second quarter.
Fourth time they've led by 5.
Liberty has been shooting it well to start this game.
12 of 23, and another turnover by Farmington.
Klingel drives in, offensive foul.
Oh! So Klingel's going to pick up the foul. That'll be Knowlton Klingel. He'll pick up his second, team foul number 3, turnover number 7. Knowlton Klingel's not hardly big enough to get an offensive foul against a guy that big, but they thought he tried to get the position. He and Obert will sit down right now.
He extended the left arm, and you'll get called for that.
Yeah, Robbins back in the ball game now.
Rutledge with the ball, works it left side to Martin. Martin out between the circles to Springer. Right side finds Jaden Rutledge. Top of the key, Martin wants to put it on the floor. His little runner is no good, and the rebound down to Robbins for Liberty. To Hessling. Hessling into the front court finds Obert. He wants to drive into the lane. Dishes it off to Brighton Klingel left side. Pull-up shot at the baseline. Kind of got caught in an awkward spot. No good. And the rebound is pulled down by Farmington, as Corbin Rutledge has another board. He'll take it into the front court. Jaden Rutledge out top to DePriest. Fakes the 3 now. Fires it up. No good. The big boy couldn't get it to fall. And Robbins has his second board on as many trips down the court. 3:25 to play in the half. 24-19 the lead for the Eagles. Here's Hessling, top of the key. Dribble drive inside. Floater up off the glass is good. Hessling with his first 2. Makes it 26-19. Largest lead of the contest right now for Liberty. The 7-point advantage. 3:07 to play in the half. Corbin Rutledge with the ball for Farmington. He'll try the drive in the lane. Gets caught down low. Ball kick not called. Stolen away by Nyson. Finds Hessling. Hessling will push it quickly into the front court. Liberty has been go, go, go this entire game, trying to wear down the Farmers. Bryden Klingel with it. Has taken a single dribble out top to Hedrick. Hedrick finds Nyson. Looking for Hedrick down low. Ball knocked away. Now he'll turn around, put it up with the right hand, and it's good. Hedrick another 2 for his squad. He's got 6, and the lead out to 9. 2:35 to play in the second quarter. Farmington is the 3rd-ranked team in this tournament, and Liberty giving them all they want and more right now. Farmers have suffered just 1 loss on the season. Is that correct?
That's right. And last year they were the 2nd-rated team and got knocked off early.
Here's Rutledge. 3 ball on the way, left wing short. Rebound is fought for and pulled down by Brighton Klingel, and he's fouled by Rutledge. And Farmington settling for some 3s here in this first half.
Makes no sense with the size advantage they have to be doing that. And to pick up the foul is Rutledge, his first, team 6th. Liberty running them in and out and in and out and in and out. And Farmington looking a little weary right now as they bring the boys in and out. They're a little tired. And DePriest is a guy that he's a big football player, but you run him up and down the court like that, he's going to get tired after a while.
Me too.
Me three.
Robbins and Hessling help bring the ball up now for Liberty. That ball tipped. Robbins did a nice job to keep it alive into the front court. Klingel back to Robbins across the lane. Shot won't fall. Rebound tipped out. Hedrick runs it down. Offensive putback is up from the free throw line.
He's got 8.
And it's an 11-point lead for the Eagles. 30-19, 1:55 to play in the half.
Who would have thunk it?
Liberty red hot here in this first half.
15-28.
It's a pretty good percentage from the floor. Here's a drive and a pull-up by Rutledge, no good. That's Corbin Rutledge. Rebound tip. Martin gets it. He'll put up the little Euro step shot, and it's called for the offensive foul as Hedrick stays in to take the brunt of the charge that time.
Martin's going to pick up the foul. His first, team 7th. Player control foul, so it won't be free throws. Obert back into the ball game. Hedrick sits down, and boy, Hedrick's played big, has he not?
Yes, he has. And did a nice job to draw the charge there. Nyson with the ball into the front court for Liberty, and they'll call him for an offense. I thought maybe a carry, but I probably wouldn't have guessed offensive foul there.
His first, team 4th. That was probably the strangest offensive foul that I've seen in a long time. Not saying it was wrong, just strange.
Didn't really see him extend. I thought he just carried the ball, but either way, that's the call, and that's what we'll go with. Here's a drive to the basket by Coach Jansen, and now he's called for an offensive foul.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Jansen gets called on an offensive foul, a bit strange. 8th team foul, his first, player controlled. Turnover number 8 against Farmington, and the wheels are kind of falling off of the Farmers right now, not taking advantage of mistakes by Liberty. They blocked Liberty 5 times in the first quarter, but it hasn't bothered them at all, and Obert's really had to take care of the ball here in the first half.
Obert will bring it into the front court. 1:18 to play in the half. 30-19 advantage for the Eagles. Liberty High School. One of the smaller teams in this tournament at Macomb. Nyson with the basketball. Puts it on the floor, dishes it back out to Brighton Klingel. Finds Hessling with under a minute to play in the half. Hessling a single bounce to Robbins. Now Nyson left side. No seniors on the squad from Liberty. As we've talked about, Greg Altmaick's not afraid to throw a freshman on the court at any time.
Most of them don't have their driver's license, I don't think.
40 seconds to play in the half. 30-19 lead for the Eagles. Trying to waste a little clock here. Now Hessling gets it to Nyson, drives down low, and he loses it out of bounds.
9th turnover against Liberty, and that's not what they wanted to do with 34 seconds left in the quarter. They wanted to build on that 11-point lead. Now they got to play the defense. Here comes DePriest back. Oh, they didn't get him in time.
Oh, but already administered the ball. Powell will bring it up for the Farmers. Down by 11, trying to cut it closer. Right side, Martin throws it out front to Jaden Rutledge. Rutledge, a pretty solidly built young man as well, but he's played outside quite a bit in this game. He'll put it on the floor, still dribbling out there. He wants to get it to Powell, but now he drives into the lane, and everybody just moves out of the way, and he scores an easy 2. Makes it 30-21, 9 seconds to play in the half. Hessling into the front court. There's a pass tipped out of bounds by Martin. It will allow Liberty to set up on the sideline with 5.7 seconds to play in the half.
Rutledge scored his 6th and 7th points with that bucket. Hessling sits down, and Robbins, boy, they did a great job.
And for Farmington is Blake Springer. He will replace Lucas Brust. 5.7 seconds to play in the half. Inbounds comes to Nyson. He'll fire a 3, no good. Rebound down to Farmington's Jansen. He'll just dribble out the final seconds on the clock. And at halftime, it's a lead for the Liberty Eagles, 30-21 over the Farmington Farmers. A break here. Jack will have a look at halftime stats coming your way after this.
Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, a branch of United Community Bank, wants to be your bank. Their friendly and helpful staff enjoys working with customers to give them the best banking experience possible. They're a full-service bank offering savings, checking, CDs, IRAs, and now offering mobile banking where you can bank from your smartphone. They can handle all your borrowing needs, whether it's home, auto, commercial, or agricultural loans. Contact Farmers State Bank at 217-593-7756. We want to be your bank. Member FDIC. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Welcome back. A halftime lead for Liberty, 30-21 over Farmington as the Eagles are trying to pull the upset. Farmington, the third-ranked team in this tournament. Of course, we've talked about before, they only rank the top 4 teams, so it would definitely be an upset according to the way things were seeded here. We can tell you after one quarter it was a 14-13 lead for Liberty, and they've extended the lead out here, 30-21, here at the halftime break. Turnovers in the contest, 9 for the squad from Liberty in the first half, 8 for Farmington. Lead changes, there's been 4 of them so far. Liberty has had a lead as many as, how many, Jack? What would their biggest lead
They've been up
be?
by 11 a couple of times.
All right, and Farmington's biggest lead was a 7-point advantage?
Actually, Farmington led 5-4. No, they've only led a couple of times in a ball game with 4 lead changes by just a little bit.
Looked like a 7. Fouling situation for Liberty, just really 4 team fouls, 2 of them on Knowlton Klingel, and then a single foul whistled in the first half on Clayton Obert and Jordan Nyson. For the squad from Farmington, they had 8 fouls whistled against the Farmers in the first half of play.
8 different, or I think everybody has 1 piece.
I do believe, actually, Jaden Rutledge has 2 fouls, and then everybody else who was called for a foul was just a single foul, and that's Springer, Anderson, DePriest, Martin, and then Code Jansen, along with Dalton Powell, with a single foul apiece in the first half. Jack will take a look at individual scoring and team shooting percentages on the halftime show. It's a 30-21 lead for the Liberty Eagles over the Farmington Farmers as you listen and watch high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
When you're way out on the farm right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd. The only bright lights beam from a combine. They're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. For many farmers who planted Golden Harvest seed this year, victory is about to set in. Contact Golden Harvest Seed Advisor Steve Farlow now for the seed to make every acre count. Golden Harvest and Steve Farlow are proud to help sponsor Central Panther football.
Welcome back on the halftime show on Central Illinois Sports. Liberty with a 30-21 lead over the third-rated team in Farmington in the first half. Farmington 9 of 25, 36%, 2 of 10 from the arc for 20%. Too many three-pointers for as big a size advantage as they've gotten, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. On the other side, Liberty 15 of 29 for 51.7%, and they've had 5 shots blocked. They're 0 for 2 from the arc, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, so they're not doing it with the three-pointer. They're actually doing it with layups more. First half, 7 points for Jaden Rutledge for Farmington, 6 for Jared DePriest, 3 for Corbin Rutledge, and 2 points for Dalton Powell, along with a 3 from Cole Jansen in the first half. On the Liberty side, 6 different guys have scored, 8 for Ryan Hedrick, who's outsized, but he's done a good job. Knowlton Klingle's got 5 in the ball game. 4 points for Brighton Klingle, a 2-pointer for Tanner Hessling, 6 points for Jordan Nyson, and 4 for Landon Obert. And the squad from Liberty also sees Hedrick with 4 rebounds in the first half of this. We can also tell you that Western defeated Bushnell Prairie City 56-42. Colgrove with 23 points, Dunker and Rube with 10 apiece in the MBIT tournament. And it says the Illini West girls hit a last-second shot to beat Havana 36-34. Central Southeastern's girls beat Oakwood 50-38. And CSE plays top seed St. Joe Ogden tomorrow night in that tournament. And some of the other action, we do know that West Central won earlier today in the first round of the Waverly tournament, as did Triopia, so the 1 and 2 seeds are continuing to roll on there also. Rockridge defeated Pittsfield 49-22 earlier in the day today. But here, Liberty with a 30-21 lead. Jeff Otto's squad regrouping at halftime. It'll be the Central Panthers and the Lewiston Indians in action coming up in our game at 9:30. We'll bring you that action on YouTube on Central Illinois Sports and on Mix LR also on Central Illinois Sports. Liberty leads it 30-21. We're back with second half play-by-play after these.
At Country Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday, and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield. In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
Welcome back as we get ready for the second half play-by-play. About a minute away from that action starting. Liberty and Farmington out there warming up. We saw Camp Point Central and Lewiston getting a few shots in. They're ready for that 9:30 contest. It ought to be a dandy too. No upsets so far in the tournament. And the last game saw Illini Bluffs, who came in 4-7, beating a Macomb squad that had not won a game yet, but very contested battle there before Illini Bluffs would pull away there. Liberty with a 9-point lead here. They've led by as much as 11, and it'll be the squad from Farmington's with the basketball as we get ready for second half play-by-play. And here's Charlie to tell you about it.
You didn't realize that the Macomb Holiday Basketball Tournament was a BYOB event? Bring your own basketballs?
Bring your own basketballs.
That's right.
Yep. I remember one year Western brought them when Marty Hull was still coaching. They had the oldest, roughest-looking basketballs I think I've ever seen, and they did quite well. I think they got third in the tournament without any problem at all.
They played a late-night game in that tournament, if memory serves me correctly.
Well, Liberty and Pittsfield played a late-night one night, too, and then Pittsfield played like 3 overtime games in that tournament.
Lewiston. Metamora, who was in the tournament before their coach got mad and took his ball and went home. Hey, Farmington's got the basketball to start the second half of play. Dalton Powell will bring it towards the front court out there along with Jaden Rutledge, DePriest, Jansen, and the fifth man is Springer, their original starters. Here's a pass right side in the corner to Jaden Rutledge. Throws it out top, Jansen. Jansen on the left wing to Springer. In the corner it goes to Powell. Skip pass right side now to Rutledge. Drives baseline, good move, shot up, no good. Rebound is fought for. On the floor after it is Nyson who gets another board. To Obert into the front court. Obert drives into the lane. We'll work it out to Nyson. Nyson down low. Nice find to Brighton Klingel, who puts it up and in. Klingel, the odd man out from the starting lineup as he's in for Joe Owens, who we've not seen back into the game since he went down with an injury early in this contest.
He's got 6, an 11-point lead, ties the biggest lead of the ball game for the fourth time.
Jansen, right side Powell, gets by his man on the baseline. Ball tipped away, loose on the court. Obert tips it up, and he's going to go get it. Look at him go into the front court with the steal. Up, under, and fouled on the floor as he was passing it off, or will they give him 2 shots?
Co Jansen's going to be the guy that picks up the foul, I do believe. It'll be his second, team first to the second half. Put Obert at the free throw line. Liberty 2 for 3 from there, shooting for their biggest lead of the ball game with 7:01 left, third quarter.
Obert was definitely not shooting. He was trying to hand the ball off to Nyson right next to him. He was not shooting the ball.
No video to take a look at here like they do in college and the pros, and they're still talking about it. Now the referee makes one of the poorest passes I've ever seen. We ought to give him a turnover on that. But Obert will put the first of 2 up. The first one is up, and it's short, so justice is served.
Obert's an honest kid. He said, I really wasn't shooting. Maybe I should miss both of these.
32-21, 7:01 left in the quarter. If he can make this one, he'll give his team their biggest lead, and it's in and out no good. He is that honest kid. Jansen with the rebound.
Gives the ball to Powell, who will bring it up for the Farmers. Works it off on the right side to Springer, top of the key, Jansen. Jansen will dish left side to Powell. Farmington has not had a lot of luck from behind the three-point arc today. Now DePriest, right side Rutledge. This is Jaden Rutledge for a 3, and right on cue he knocks it down from downtown. 32-24 the score.
He's got 10 on the day, by the way.
He's a pretty good size young man. Now here's a dangerous pass into the front court that Obert's able to secure. Down to Nyson in the lane, lost his footing, dishes it, keeps it alive to Brighton Klingel. He's still trying to pick it up. That ball's like a greased pig out there, and finally it's stolen away by the Farmers.
Turnover number 10 on Liberty.
Powell with the ball into the front court to Priest. Nice find down low to Springer, who puts it up and in. And the lead for Liberty down to 6. Klingel beats everybody into the front court. He has his shot stripped by DePriest, who really hustled back to the other end that time.
Springer's first 2 points of the ball game. Farmington coming out with some good life here.
Ball comes into Nyson. Nyson trying to bank it in. Shot too far. DePriest on the floor after the ball, along with Hedrick, tied up, and it will be Liberty basketball on the possession arrow change here.
And the reason it's Liberty basketball is because Hedrick went to the floor and tied it up, and he knew his team would get the basketball then. Maybe he didn't, but he did what he needed to do.
Klingel to throw it in. This is Knowlton Klingel. Into Obert, off the glass. Ooh, missed an open shot, got his own rebound, put it back up, won't fall, but is fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Missed an easy one. The second one a little more contested as he was knocked from his feet. But he'll get 2 free throws here.
The foul's going to go against Jansen, or Cole Jansen. That's going to be his third second team foul of the second half. He's got both of those, and Obert, who's 0 for 2 from there. 2 for 5 is Liberty, 32-26 the lead. Obert makes the adjustment and is short again, and Liberty's got to make those free throws. Obert's got 4 in the ball game. So Jansen's going to sit down, and entering the ball game for the Farmers.
That's Ben Martin returning.
Ben Martin back in. Hasn't got any points yet on the day. Obert makes the adjustment. Second one falls through, and he's got 5 and gives Liberty a 7-point lead.
33-26 with 5:50 to play in the third. Powell with the basketball for the Farmers. Liberty's in a man-to-man defense.
Those three-pointers can make a big lead disappear quickly.
Yeah, and Farmington hasn't shot it well, but as you talked about, you make a 3 or so, and you can get right back into this thing. Now Obert and Rutledge are tied up, and Obert called for the foul.
Obert got one of the roughest fouls he'll ever get. His first, team first of the second half, but he hung right in.
Fouled him with his forehead that time. Rutledge to inbound, looking for an opening, throws it out front to Martin. Martin to Powell, who will set it up for the Farmers, trailing 33-26. 26 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen, check them out on Facebook. They can help you for your residential and commercial trash pickup needs. It's the Trash Queen, proud sponsor of high school sports on Central Illinois Sports. Here's Rutledge trying to heat up from downtown. He knocks it down and makes it a 4-point game.
He's got 13.
Into the front court come the Eagles. Hedrick with the basketball. Drives the lane, shot up. No good, but he's fouled by Rutledge, and this will be a big foul here.
Rutledge will pick up the foul. It'll be his third team foul. Second man with 3 fouls for the Farmington Farmers. Jeff Otto looks at the bench and finds a man he's going to send into the ball game, and it appears to be Corbin Rutledge that'll come in. Hedrick will shoot 2. First one is up and short, and the Liberty Eagles need to make some free throws.
They've not been good from there today. Rutledge in, Rutledge down for Farmington.
3 for 8 so far in the ball game. Second one up by Hedrick is good, and Ryan Hedrick has 9 now.
5:02 to play in the third, 34-29 advantage for Liberty. Farmers with the basketball as Powell brings it up for Farmington. Works it left side to Springer, top of the key to Priest, now on the right wing to Corbin Rutledge. The freshman puts it on the floor one time, passes down low to Priest. No look pass left side, Powell for a 3, and it's good. Farmington fighting back closer into this game with a 3 ball. And now a turnover as DePriest picks it away, goes behind the back with the dribble, and is fouled by Klingel.
And I will tell you, is that Brighton Klingel or
this is Knowlton?
Knowlton picks up the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Second team foul, so here comes Hessling into the ball game. DePriest has been a difference maker. They start him out high and then take him low, and he's throwing it back out to the guys to hit the threes. A little bit better flow, and now they can take the lead with a 3 or tie it up with a 2.
4:28 to play in the third. Liberty's led by what, as many as 11?
11, 5 times in the game. But
all right, now they lead by 2. DePriest, right wing to Powell. Quick step, little reach around shot, no good. Rebound down to DePriest. His putback won't fall, but he'll shoot a pair.
DePriest's going to go to the free throw line after the foul by Liberty. And it appears that's going to go against Hedrick. That'll be his first, team third. DePriest will shoot the free throws. The lefty puts the first one up and rattles it home and makes it a 1-point game. DePriest has 7 on the day. He'll get another. 34-33, 4:13 left third quarter. DePriest can't get the second one to fall, and the rebound comes off to Farmington, and they save the day for another chance to take the lead.
Powell, right side to Springer. Baseline, shot it up, no good. Rebound down to DePriest. Put back and 1 for the big boy.
He's got 9, give him the and 1. And they'll count the bucket. It is a lead change, our 5th of the ball game. Been a long time since we've had a lead change. Foul goes against Obert, his 2nd. Team foul number 4. DePriest puts it up, and it's no good. And this time the rebound's taken off by Obert.
He double dribbles.
Turnover number 12, the third of the third quarter, and Greg Altmix wants a timeout. 4 minutes left third quarter, 35-34. Farmington with the lead. Back after this.
On You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours On You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonu.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
Halfway home in this third quarter, 35-34 Farmington on top. Liberty has led by 11 points in this quarter, and right now they find themselves down by a point.
One of the big things, Farmington's changed their defense a little bit and stopped the dribble penetration by Liberty. And Liberty has going to have to get the ball to Nyson and maybe make a couple threes, kind of open things back up underneath. Owens, like you said, has not been back in the ball game, and he's very ginger over there on the bench right now. I'm sure he'd go in if his coach needed him, but not right at this moment. It'll be Farmington basketball with 4 minutes left third quarter. They lead by 1. We've had 5 lead changes on the night.
Springer will throw it in for the Farmers underneath their own hoop. Gets the ball out front to Corbin Rutledge. Right side to Martin. Puts it on the floor on the drive, and he'll be called for An offensive foul, no, a blocking foul on Liberty. This will be Obert's third.
Wow, Obert picks up the foul, his third 15 foul. I would not have guessed that one. Neither would Greg Altmix as he does the deep knee bend on that one.
He's got, is it blood?
They got some yuck on the ball, I think.
Oh, they're looking for a towel.
They wipe the yuck off and then throw the towel back to one of the players, and he said, I don't really want that anymore.
Here's Anderson returning, and sitting down is Martin.
I was a bit surprised that wasn't an offensive foul, but the man had a better view than me.
Rutledge gets it on the inbounds. Works it left side, Powell in the corner to Springer. Out front with the basketball, Anderson to DePriest. A little shovel pass comes from Springer. Got the ball underhanded and just kind of threw it the same way he caught it.
Brighton Klingle's trying to cover up DePriest, and he's not covering up much of him.
Here's a turnover, though, as this ball is overthrown and into the backcourt for the Farmers.
9th turnover of the ball game, first of the second half, though. That's a big statistic right now.
3:30 to play in the third, 35-34 advantage for Farmington on the Trash Queen scoreboard, and Liberty will have the basketball. On the inbounds, it comes in and is stolen away by DePriest. 2-on-1 into the front court. He dishes off down low. Good find. Up and in for two is Springer. Another assist from DePriest.
Springer's got 4.
3-point lead, largest of the contest for Farmington, 37-34 with 3:15 to play in the third. Ball stolen away again. Corbin Rutledge with the steal for Farmington. Out top to DePriest. Works the ball off to Powell. He has a pass that's tipped out of bounds by Nysen. And it will be Farmington basketball on the sideline.
Right now, Liberty's not being able to get DePriest running up and down the court as much, and so he's able to play a lot more, and he's a difference maker for this Farmington squad.
How about his passing?
Yep.
It's really impressive.
He shows you don't have to be a scorer to be an important part of your team, but he can score if he needs to.
3 minutes to play in the third, 37-34 advantage for the Farmers. And they've got the basketball. Rutledge in the corner to Powell. Powell a three. Good from the wing. The lead is 6 for Farmington.
He's got 8.
A 17-point swing in one quarter here. Even really less than a quarter. Obert with the ball to Hessling. Hessling will go to Knowlton Klingel, who's checked in, even though he's got 3 fouls. They need him out there right now. To Robbins. Robbins to Hedrick. Wide open from 15. Can't hit the shot. Yeah, oh no, yes he can. Excuse me, he says. That shot will fall through. High bounce and fell through the rim, and then a quick timeout by Liberty. We'll keep it right here. 2:27 to play in the third.
Hedrick's got 11 now in the ball game. 40-36 the Farmington lead. And the squad from Liberty getting a little advice from Greg Altmix, who's doing a little show and tell right now. He's showing them exactly what they need to do. Great game plan in here, but Farmington made some adjustments at halftime, and that's what you have to do if you're the third-rated team and facing an upset.
Farmers lead 40-36 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen for all of your trash pickup needs. 217-320-4320. That's 320-4320 for Trash Queen, serving the entire area.
Folks, you can get a hold of Charlie at Central Illinois Sports to become an advertiser of these great broadcasts. They're doing a great job for you, John and Charlie.
It will be Farmington basketball up by 4 with just over 2:15 to play in this third quarter. DePriest with the ball deep in the corner right side. A couple of bounces. Going to go right back to that same spot to Springer. Out front, Powell finds Rutledge on the wing. It goes to Anderson. Off to Powell. Rutledge back to Powell as Liberty switches into a zone defense here. With under 2 minutes to play in the third. Down by 4 are the Eagles. Farmington now trying to dissect this new defensive look for the Eagles. Rutledge with the ball way out front to DePriest right side. Little give and go. DePriest gets it back and is fouled on the floor.
DePriest comes storming in that time and couldn't get the layup to fall, but that's going to go against Obert, and that's going to be his 4th. Wow.
Just step in front and take the charge, right, Jack?
Yeah, but when you do, be prepared to have some bruises on your body. Nysen back in the ball game for Liberty. And the other side, no, that's not DePriest sitting down. Was that
that was Springer taking a chair. Bounce pass out front comes to Powell, who's hit a couple of threes in this third quarter to help spring his team to a 40-36 advantage. 1:35 to play in the third. Rutledge with the basketball. This is without Jaden Rutledge, who's been on the bench for most of this third period in foul trouble.
Liberty playing a little 1-2-2 right now.
Rutledge on the drive. Corbin Rutledge, that is, out top to Powell. Powell to DePriest on the right wing. He will hold it high above his head, get it to Powell, swings it left side to Rutledge. Rutledge looks in the paint as Jaden Rutledge has checked back into the game, so an opportunity for Farmington, a little high-low opportunity here with the big boys and Rutledge and DePriest if they can get it in there. Rutledge to DePriest in the corner right side. Puts it on the floor, working it down on the baseline to Anderson. He has a pass that's tipped and stolen away.
10 turnover, only second of the second half.
Nice and into the front court, dribbling between guys like they were cones out there, and is fouled.
He's going to be fouled by one of the guys from Farmington, and that one's going to go against DePriest. That'll be his second, team foul number 4. Liberty with the basketball underneath their own bucket.
50.6 seconds to play. Here's an inbounds pass to Hedrick. His shot is a little flat, and the rebound comes down to Rutledge. Gets it to Powell. Powell brings it into the front court for Farmington, and Jeff Otto says, let's take one shot right here. Up by 4. They'll also get the basketball to start the final quarter of play, barring a tie-up. Rutledge with the basketball right wing. Works it out of a double team out near the half-court line to Corbin Rutledge. Around it goes to Powell. Now out front with it is Anderson. Ty Anderson to Corbin Rutledge. 15 ticks to play in the third. They've rotated Powell out front with 10 ticks to play in the third. Powell will look for the crossover. Dishes in the corner. Jaden Rutledge, 3 short. Rebound loose on the court. Pulled in by Hedrick to Klingel, who is fouled right before the buzzer, and this one will be whistled against DePriest.
DePriest's going to pick up his third, and that'll be 15 foul. It'll end the quarter with Liberty trailing 40-36 to Farmington. Fourth quarter play-by-play comes your way after this.
Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
Well, it's a 40-36 ball game in favor of Farmington. Liberty 17 of 35, 47%. Farmington 16 of 36 for 44%, but Farmington with the basketball, fourth quarter action.
Anderson has the ball out top to DePriest to pick up that third foul right as the third quarter buzzer sounded. We'll see if that comes into play here. Gets it out front, Jaden Rutledge looking down low to Powell, and he's called for traveling.
11th turnover of the ball game, third of the second half, and that gives Liberty a chance to cut in this 4-point lead. Now Farmington will go with full court pressure as they defend the basketball.
Inbounds pass comes into Robbins to Nyson. Nyson a 2-on-2, and he's fouled by Powell.
Powell's going to pick up the foul. That will be Dalton Powell's second foul, 16 foul. Liberty with the 1-and-1 after this. Both teams will be in the 1-and-1 after this.
Martin checks in. Sits down Anderson for Farmington. 7:35 to play in this one. 40-36 Farmington leads Liberty. Inbounds pass. They're trying to get it to Nyson. He somehow catches that ball. Shot put up as blocked. And the rebound down to Jaden Rutledge.
His sixth.
Gets it to Corbin Rutledge. To Springer. Looking down low to DePriest. Turns and faces. Holds it high above his head. Wants to go out. Hedrick drives in. Left-hand shot up. No good. Rebound. Rutledge tried the tip up. Wouldn't fall. Hedrick's got the board to Nyson. Pass into the front court. Finds Obert. Little one-on-one here. Drives in. Runner up with the right hand is good.
He's got 7.
And cuts the lead for Farmington down to 2. Liberty wants a quick timeout here. 7:06 to play in the contest. 40-38. Farmington leads Liberty by 2. We're back with you in 30 seconds.
Press Yours on You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours on You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonu.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
40-38, Farmington with the lead. Liberty took the timeout. 7:06 left in the ball game. Both teams in the 1-1 for the remainder of the contest with 6 fouls apiece. Full court pressure by Liberty now.
Inbounds pass comes to Rutledge. Takes it across the half-court line with ease. Drives inside. Runner-up is no good. Rebound on the play comes down. And Hedrick is hurt on the other end as Rutledge ran over the top of him. Nyson tries to throw a pass, tipped out of bounds.
Brighton Klingel got that last rebound, and Hedrick's going to have to sit down. And, boy, that's tough because two of your guys that play in the middle are both sitting on the bench right now. Hedrick looks like he's having a little bit of an ankle problem. Trader will go down there and take a look at him. Obert back in the game playing with 4 fouls.
Inbounds pass comes in out front to Robbins, and he's fouled by the Farmers. Ben Martin and Robbins to the free throw line for the 1 and bonus.
Yep, Martin put both hands on him that time, picks up the foul. That'll be his second, I do believe, 17th foul. Liberty's only 4 for 9 from the free throw line. They need to get better than that. Robbins at the free throw line to shoot the 1 and bonus, looking for his first points of the ball game. Logan is, what, a sophomore?
Freshman.
Good runner, too. Now here comes Hessling back into the game.
DePriest has sat down the other way. Code Jansen returns.
Well, Hessling in on one side, DePriest sits down the other. He didn't want anything to do with him.
That's right.
One's about 5'6", and the other one's about 6'4", and the difference other than that's quite a bit. Robbins makes the first. He'll get the bonus, and he makes this a 1-point game. We have never been tied in this ball game. Liberty's led by as much as 11. 5-point lead, the biggest so far for Farmington. Let's see if Robbins can tie us up here. Second one up. In and out, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's taken off by Farmington, and that's Rutledge, who picks up his 7th board.
Powell with it in the backcourt, finds Martin. He's taking it across. Between the circles, Springer now to Rutledge on the left wing. 6:33 to play in the contest. 40-39, the lead for Farmington. Powell drives in. Extra pass to Rutledge. Turns down the 3 this time. He'll put it on the deck a couple of times to Jansen. Left wing, Springer. Between the circles, Martin. Little stutter step, drive in. Left-hand runner-up is good by Ben Martin with his first basket of the contest.
Bucket. Yeah.
Makes it 42-39. Liberty's in quickly into the front court, though, as Brighton Klingel finds Nyson. Nyson drives in, shoves off, offensive foul.
That'll be a turnover, the 15th of the ball game, 6 of the second half, and they call that against Nyson. Nyson's had 2 offensive fouls in the ball game, and the second foul on him on the night. Obert sits down. Also sitting down is Brighton Klingel.
Hedrick's back in. Looks to be okay. Recovered from that little twist of the ankle quickly. 6 minutes to play. 42-39 advantage Farmington. Martin with the ball. Pass left side, Jansen. 3 ball on the way is good as he got the shooter's roll. 45-39.
Biggest lead of the ball game right now.
Here's a drive to the basket by Klingel, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Well, are they going to say it was on the floor?
Well, it's 1-1.
Martin's going to pick up the foul. His 3rd, 8th team foul. 1-1 situation. Klingel will be at the free throw line. 45-39, 5:42 left. Liberty's got to make some free throws here. It's up and no good, and they have been bad from there, 5 of 11.
Just less than 50%. Here's Powell, has it nearly stolen away in the backcourt, and Farmington's Jeff Otto calls a timeout as his team was in trouble in the backcourt. Timeout on the court, we'll take it to 5:33 to play in this one, 45-39. Farmington on top. Back with you after this.
State Bank of Camp Point, a branch of United Community Bank, wants to be your bank. Their friendly and helpful staff enjoys working with customers to give them the best banking experience possible. They're a full-service bank offering savings, checking, CDs, IRAs, and now offering mobile banking where you can bank from your smartphone. They can handle all your borrowing needs, whether it's home, auto, commercial, or agricultural loans. Contact Farmers State Bank at 217-593-7756. We want to be your bank. Member FDIC.
Well, 5:33 left in this game. 45-39, the lead for Farmington. Jeff Otto took the timeout as his team was in trouble in the backcourt. And it'll be Farmington ball. Should be on the sideline right in front of the Liberty bench back there.
9:30 start for Camp Point Central and Lewiston. What ought to be a dandy matchup, too. This one's been a good one. But Liberty's got work to do if they're going to pull the upset.
Farmington ball in the backcourt on the sideline with a fresh 10 count. Liberty is in a little 1-2-2 three-quarter court pressure situation. Into the front court, Rutledge with the ball, works it deep into the corner. Passing it around the perimeter go the Farmers, all the way to Jansen on the left side. Out top, Powell. Powell puts it on the deck one time, now finds a drive to the basket by Martin, who forced it up no good. A rebound to Hedrick. To Nyson, he's trying to avoid a double team. Drives in between a couple of men to Hessling. Hessling will put it on the deck to Robbins. Out top, Nyson, three, short. Rebound, Hessling tips it, but Jansen secures the board for Farmington.
His third board of the night. 0 for 3 is Liberty from the three-point line.
Rutledge with the basketball for the Farmers. Jaden Rutledge drives in, shot up, good, and he's fouled.
He's got 15. He'll get the and one, and that's going to give his team their biggest lead of the ball game at 47-39. Liberty will send Brighton Klingel back in and Obert back in. Hessling sits down, and Robbins sits down. The and one on a 2 for 4 night for Farmington can give them a 9-point lead. It's short, and the rebound is knocked off of one of the Farmington Farmers. So, let's see. That's Rutledge with 15. He leads all scorers on the night.
DePriest checks back in for Farmington. He will replace Jaden Rutledge. 4:46 to play. 47-39 the lead for Farmington. Inbounds pass. They're going to try the full court pass to Obert. He runs it down and then throws it off the back of the backboard. Turnover.
Yep. Trying to throw it over his head back to Brighton Klingel, but it hit the back of the backboard, and that'll be a turnover, the 16th and the 7th of the second half.
I think he still had plenty of room to just stay in bounds.
Yep, I think he did.
Didn't realize that extra length of the college floor that was still there. Here's DePriest down low, muscles up, shot good by DePriest, and the lead is 10.
He's got 11.
Now for Farmington, trailed by 11 in the third. They lead by 10 now with 4:25 to play on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Nyson with the basketball. Hands it off to Brighton Klingel. Passes pocket, picked clean by Springer. Bounce pass down low. Shot put up no good by Powell, but he's fouled by Klingel.
Knowlton Klingel will pick up the foul. That'll be his 7th team foul, or 8th team foul, I should say. 2 free throws to be shot for the Farmington Farmers, who are 2 for 4 or 5 from the free throw line. And who do we have at the free throw line? Dalton Powell, who's got 8 on the night. Make it 9 with the made free throw.
Dalton Powell, not to be confused with Dylan Powell that played for
Hannibal.
And
now for Stanford.
And then, of course, his brother Dalton Powell played for NIU. It's a kicker, I do believe.
Second one up, also good. And Powell's got 10, third man in double figures for the squad from Farmington, who really made the adjustments they had to make.
Obert with the basketball, looking for a move on the baseline. Shut off there, has to clear it back out to Klingel. 4 minutes to play, 51-39 Farmers. Hedrick spins, rises, shoots, missed it. Rebound to Priest with another board. He'll work it out to Springer. To Powell, who will bring it up for the Farmers.
DePriest only with a couple boards unofficially, but he's really done a nice job controlling the offense for his team in the second half.
3:40 to play. Here's Rutledge, drives in, shot up. Good, and he's fouled.
They're going to call that foul on Hedrick, I do believe, as they count the bucket. Nope, looks like Brighton Klingel. Yep, Brighton Klingel's going to pick up the foul. I was confused on that one. So count the bucket, and the and one is no good. Now Farmington Farber over the back.
And free throws the other way.
Foul goes against Ben Martin. That'll be his fourth. 9th team foul. Liberty 5 of 11 from the charity stripe. They trail 53-39. I don't know if they just ran out of gas or what happened to it, but I'll tell you, Farmington really made some adjustments, did they not?
Well, they quit letting the Eagles just drive right into the paint, number one.
Yeah. The 1-and-1 for Obert. He's had trouble from there. First one's up and good, and he's got 8 on the night.
Liberty doesn't have a ton of shooters.
Nice and really the best shooter they've got on the team. So the second one comes up, a 53-40 game. Second one short, ball loose. Obert tries to tip it away, and they're going to call a foul on Obert over the back. That was kind of touchy, and Obert's going to foul out of the ball game.
So he fouls out with 3:36 remaining. And free throws coming up for Farmington.
They are 4 for 8 from the free throw line.
Did Obert have a foul in the first half?
I think he had one, maybe. Who we got at the free throw line? I can't see the number.
This is Springer.
Springer's first one is up and good. He's got 5 on the night, and the lead's extended to 14. 5 of 10 now for the Farmers. Make them 5 for 11.
Jansen, an offensive rebound. Putback won't go. Springer's got it now to Powell. And Farmington maintains the possession. Jansen with the left wing. Skip pass over to DePriest.
They can run a little clock down with a 14-point lead with 3:20 left in the contest.
Springer with the ball now. Tries to drive in. Leaves it out to Jansen. To Rutledge. 3:11 remaining. 54-40. The lead for the Farmers. Jansen gets the ball. His pass is picked off by Nysen, and then a foul whistle against Springer. So guess what? Free throws.
Blake Springer picks up his second. Double bonus situation for Liberty now. 6 of 13 from the charity stripe. 3:04 left in the contest. 54-40. That's one place Liberty can stop the clock and try to get a couple of these back, but they need to make their free throws. Nysen will shoot a pair. First one up by Nysen is short, and that's where Liberty's been most of the night, is short at the free throw line.
What are their shot from the line
6
now?
of 14.
Ooh.
They'll get another. Nysen makes the adjustment. It's up, no good, and the rebound tipped away and comes away by Powell, I do believe, or Rutledge. He's got 8 rebounds now.
Rutledge to Springer into the front court. Gets it to Powell. Over on the left side of things to DePriest. He'll throw the skip pass to Jansen. 2:47 remaining. 54-40 is the advantage for Farmington over Liberty. We'll have the Camp Point Central Lewistown game coming up next, but not before more free throws coming up in this one.
Hedrick picks up the foul, double bonus both ways. 5 of 11 for Farmington. Not good, but they've got a pretty good-sized lead. And DePriest, who's got 11 on the night, one of 3 guys in double figures. 15 for Rutledge on the night and 10 for Dalton Powell. And the first one for the South Dakota State product. First one in, out, and back in again. And DePriest with 12 now. It is a 55-40 ball game. 2:40 left in this one. Second one up by the lefty, in and out, no good. And Hedrick with the rebound.
Into the front court comes Robbins. Finds Brighton Klingel, who lays it up and in.
He's got 8.
2:29 to play, makes it 55-42. Bounce pass to Powell. Now Springer. Springer into the front court. Ball all the way down low to Jansen, who missed the reverse layup off the bottom of the rim. Ball tipped out of bounds by one of the Eagles, though. It will stay underneath the Farmington.
Jansen tried to reverse layup instead of just pulling the ball out. He'd been much better off if he'd have done that at that point.
Clayton Obert in. Brighton Klingel takes a chair for Liberty.
Second time we've seen Clayton Obert.
2:20 to play. Pass down low to DePriest. Left-hander up is good.
DePriest with 14 now.
57-42. The lead for Farmington. 2:08 remaining. Liberty, if you're just joining us, had an 11-point lead in the third quarter.
5 times.
And then Farmington has absolutely took over. Down low, here's a little turnaround shot. Quick one up and down by Nyson, and a timeout whistled for Liberty. 1:55 left, 57-44. The lead for Farmington over Liberty. Timeout here. We're back with you after this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
A minute 55 left in the contest. 57-44 is the lead for Farmington over Liberty. As the Eagles call the timeout, they'll have some full court pressure here.
Excuse me, are you guys going to talk through the whole ball game?
Most of it.
We may even stand up and clap a couple of times.
You never know.
Some of the best lines ever in this Macomb Holiday Western Tournament coming the way of Todd Plattner. I enjoyed those.
Length of the court to go. Jansen to throw it in for Farmington. Looks for an opening. Gets it to Powell. 1:50 left as Powell looks to bring it up to Springer. Springer will take it across the half-court line now. Dishes over on the right side of things to Rutledge. Rutledge with the basketball on the bounce, 1:40 left. Crosses over, drives to the rim. He will run over a man, and a blocking foul called on Hedrick.
Hedrick says, what do I have to do to get a foul called on them? Because I've taken a beating here time and time again. 2 free throws to be shot for Farmington, who's 6 for 13 from the free throw line, 6 of 15 for Liberty. So Farmington could tie him here if he misses them both. First one is up and no good, 57-44. And he'll get another. Will Jaden Rutledge, who's had a good night from the field. He's got 15 points. Makes the free throw. His team now 7 of 16 from there.
Into the front court, ball stolen away with 1:30 remaining.
18 turnovers on Liberty now.
And now Brighton Klingel called for a foul.
His second, double bonus situation, more free throws. With 1:29 left, 14-point game, you're going to have to get a team to miss a lot of free throws right now. First one up by Rutledge is good. And now he's got 17 points. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He's made his last two, 59-44. Second one up by Rutledge, also good, and he's starting to feel it from there, and he's got 18 to lead all scorers.
60-44, 1:25 remaining. Hedrick into the front court to Nyson. Nyson will put it on the deck out beyond the arc to Hedrick. Hands it off to Klingel. Klingel wants to put it on the floor. In the corner it goes to Brighton Klingel from Knowlton. Brighton Klingel rises, shoots, air ball. Out of bounds. It'll go to Farmington, length of the court to go.
Aren't you surprised this Liberty squad, this little scrappy squad's not better at the three-point shot? Nyson was a really good three-point shooter if he could get set, but he hasn't made any, and they're 0 for 3 from the three-point line, and Liberty has emptied the bench now.
Wolf, Klauser, Kneffman, along with Tinhouse and Clayton Obert. On the other side for Farmington, they will bring into the contest Hayden Bratt. Also Sam Fletcher is
good luck
into the game. Also in there is Josh McMillan, it looks like. Here's a ball tipped by Klauser, and he can get the turnover. Gets it down low. Shot it up is no good by Kneffman, but he'll shoot 2 shots.
2 free throws as Farmington turns it over for the 12th time in the ball game. Liberty is 6 for 15 from there. Who we got at the free throw line?
This is
Kneffman?
Reese Kneffman, the
Reese.
5'8 freshman.
60-44, 16-point game with just under a minute left, and he misses the first, and he'll get another. I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say this, but he can play varsity if he can keep missing free throws because about everybody else has.
In this one,
Yeah.
for sure.
For both sides. Terrible free throw shooting. Kneffman bends the knees. Second one up is good, and he's got his first point of the night.
59 seconds remaining. In the backcourt with the basketball for Farmington is Lucas Brust, and he travels.
Yep, he just wasn't quite ready to be in that situation right now. And the turnover is the 13th, 5 in the second half, but 2 in the last 20 seconds by the guys off the bench.
43 seconds remaining. 15-point lead for Farmington. Liberty with the basketball. Knuffman drives in on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound on the play secured by Farmington's McMillan. Into the front court. Here's a shot put up and no good, but a foul called on Wolf.
Wolf puts a hand in the back before the man misses the layup and through the free throw line.
Brock Renner.
Brock Redder.
Renner.
Oh, yep, 44, okay.
42.
Well, did he make that?
He did.
How about that? 10 of 18 now as Renner's got his first. Second one up, also good. He's going to get some playing time from the free throw line.
22 seconds remaining. 62-45. The final score in this one is going to be a little deceiving. Liberty dominated the first half of this game.
Led by 11 5 times in the ball game. Now a turnover against Liberty as it gets knocked off the leg of Reese Knuffman. Next game, Camp Point Central and Lewiston. I think it'll be a dandy.
You think?
I think so. This one is a dandy for most of it.
Here's the ball stolen away by Klauser. Klauser with the steal. On the other end, he'll put up the layup. It's good. 62-47. And the final score will be just that as the final buzzer sounds. And Farmington avoids the upset. They defeat Liberty 62-47. A break here. We'll take a look at final statistics as the Eagles fall to the Farmers. Back with you after this break on Central Illinois Sports.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
When you're way out on the farm right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd. The only bright lights beam from a combine. They're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. For many farmers who planted Golden Harvest Seed this year, victory is about to set in. Contact Golden Harvest Seed Advisor Steve Farlow now for the seed to make every acre count. Golden Harvest and Steve Farlow are proud to help sponsor Central Panther football.
Final in this one, a 62-47 win for Farmington. They win again the 11th time in the season. Liberty 21-45, 47%, 0 for 3 from the arc, and 7 of 17 from the free throw line, 41.6%, led by Ryan Hedrick with 11 points, 8 points for Brighton Klingel, and Jordan Nyson and Landon Obert. A single point for Reese Knuffman on the night, 1 for Logan Robbins, 5 points for Knowlton Klingel on the evening for their total on the night. 18 points for Jaden Rutledge. They said 20 on the official score. 10 from Dalton Powell and 14 from Jared DePriest, all three in double figures. And Farmington gets their 11th win of the season. Liberty drops one 62-47. They'll play tomorrow, and we'll tell you about that when we come back as we get ready for broadcast number 3 of the day. It's Camp Point Central and Lewiston. We're back with more in just a little while.
We welcome you to another broadcast of high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, streaming live on YouTube and also live at Mixlr.com. Good evening to you. Thanks for staying up late with us tonight for the final game of day number 1 of the 2018 edition of the Macomb Western Holiday Boys Basketball Tournament. And in this contest, a good one on the books as the Camp Point Central Panthers, 7-3, will take on a one-loss Lewistown Indian squad in what looks to be one of the better matchups of the day in this Macomb Holiday Basketball Tournament. Central, of course, 2 of their 3 losses came the opening week of the season when they were shorthanded due to the football team playing in the state finals. Their other loss came to Quincy Notre Dame. This Lewistown squad only has lost to Farmington on the season. We saw the Farmers just complete the comeback against Liberty after trailing by 11. In the third quarter, they come back and win by double digits over the Eagles to move on and keep their number 3 seed intact in this Macomb Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. We'll take a look at scores from other games throughout the day today and also set the stage for this contest as Lewistown takes on Camp Point Central. A timeout here on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you're alongside. Back with you after this.
At Country Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield. In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
Welcome back to the broadcast on Central Illinois Sports. The Lewistown Indians are taking on the Camp Point Central Panthers here tonight in the final game of this first day of the tournament. Game scheduled for 9:30. It never starts right at 9:30, always a couple of minutes late, and it will be again tonight. And that's because, Jack, we've had some action that's gone a little bit longer. A lot of free throws in that last game between Liberty and Farmington. But why don't you recap what's happened so far in this tournament? Believe it or not, they played basketball at 9 o'clock this morning. Seems like a long time ago now. If you hit the on button, we'll hear you a little better. Okay. Well, let me help you out here.
There, how about that?
How about that button? There you go.
Yeah, you put that up there, and you see that Jacksonville beat Abington 56-41 this morning at 9 o'clock. A 59-46 win for West Hancock over Brown County. 59-55 Monmouth Roseville over Canton in our closest contest of the day. Rockridge all over Pittsfield 49-22. Then a 70-32 laugher for Eureka over Illini West. Macomb tried to battle Illini Bluffs, but Illini Bluffs comes away with a 68-57 win. And then Farmington comes back with the big win, 62 what was it, 49?
62-47, in fact.
47 in the final of that one after Liberty led by 11 5 different times in that contest, but couldn't hold on to it. In this one, James Barnett will take on Brad Hatfield's little boy Clay. Clay was a pretty good player in his day, too, and Brad coached a long time at Lewistown, and I think Clay's been there for his second year now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Clay was Clayton at one point in time.
I think you're probably right.
And now he's Clay, and Lewistown had a couple good teams with Brad Hatfield's sons on it that finished in the top 4 in the state. They were kind of the darlings of the 1A scene when the 4-class system burst onto the scene, and they
Well,
have had some pretty good success. They had a couple of down years. Brad Hatfield retired, and you see a little bit of a coaching change, and now Clayton Hatfield steps in as the second coach since his dad retired. And it's always hard to follow somebody like Brad Hatfield, who's there for a long time and had a lot of success. And now you see Clayton in there leading the way, and he's a good young coach, knows a lot about basketball, but you could say the very same thing about James Barnett, and what he's done with this Camp Point Central program has been impressive.
He's been very patient as the football team had great success. He had some guys that could practice in Ibbinson and Nyson and Vance and Long, but they had to wait for the rest of these guys to get here, and now they're kind of back at full strength. And this Panther squad's got something to prove here at Macomb. They've had a couple of pretty good runs where they finished in the top 4 last year, finished 4th after Illini Bluffs kind of handed it to them in the 3rd and 4th place game. Lewiston's one of those teams that had a lot of success, and as I think about these tournaments, the Hamiltons, Warsaws, and Nauvoo-Calusa all had pretty good success in this tournament. Now they're one team called West Hancock, and that's why they're the 1 seed. You put 3 pretty good basketball schools together, you ought to have a pretty good team. Not a big population of enrollment, but they're the number 1 seed. I wasn't super impressed with them today, but Reno Pinkston will have his squad ready to go. Last year, Reno's squad won this tournament for the very first time while Reno was gone to his son's wedding on that last day. And he and I were talking about that earlier today. He said, I wouldn't mind winning one when I'm sitting on the bench, too.
I don't know if the tournament's as strong as it has been over the years, but, somebody will be claimed a champion. And, Jack, I can honestly tell you, after watching a little bit of just about every game so far today, and more than that of some, I honestly have no idea who could be the favorite team to win this tournament.
And when it's over with, you could start it over, and a completely different set of 4 might end up in the Final 4 of this one too, but you've got 1A, 2A, and 3A teams in this tournament. Jacksonville and Canton both play 3A, I do believe. Macomb plays 3A right now. They're looking at dropping back to 2. But honestly, Canton and Macomb are 2 teams that don't have a win, and they're 2 of the 3 3A teams.
And Canton was one of the teams I was probably most impressed with out of anybody we've seen so far today.
So what do we know about anything, right?
Nothing.
Camp Point Central and Lewiston in this one, a minute and a half away. We're getting ready for this broadcast. As we get ready for the starting lineups here, Lewiston, as you look down on the floor, nobody in particular that just really stands out. They just look like a lot of clones of each other. They've got a couple of 6'3" players and a couple of 6'2" players, but nobody that's really, 6'8", 6'9", like some you've seen before. Central on the other side has Ibbinson, who's about 6'4". And I tell you, Lane Ibbinson plays pretty darn big down there for them. And he's one of the best players I think you'll see in this tournament. And let's hope he can come out and show what he really can do. Vance has been a good shooter. Long's really struggled with his shot, but he hurt that hand in the Pittsfield tournament, and you kind of wonder if he's recovered from that.
He had a broken bone in that hand, in fact. And for Camp Point Central, Ibbinson got hurt here a year ago, and that kind of derailed what was really getting to the part in the season where they were kind of kicking into full steam. And they'll be trying to get that same kind of momentum going here, minus the injury this time.
About time for the starting lineups here. Charlie's here to tell you about them. We'll wait for Lewiston to be introduced because I didn't get Brad Hatfield's starting lineup, but we do have Camp Point Central's as we get things rolling.
It's Clayton Hatfield as the head coach. Brad retired a couple of years ago.
Clayton.
Or Clay, as he's on the card this year. For the Camp Point Central Panthers, their head coach is James Barnett, 7-3 on the season, and their lineup will look like this. At a guard, he is a 5'8" senior. That's Jalen Vance. At another guard spot is the 5'9" junior Bryce Long, and at the third guard will be the 5'11" senior, the All-Stater in football, Cole Williams. At a forward, he's a 6'3" senior, Lane Ibbinson, and at the other forward, the 6'2" senior, Hayden Nyson. Nyson, Ibbinson, Williams, Long, and Jalen Vance for the squad from Camp Point Central. For the Lewistown Indians, Clay Hatfield, their head coach, assisted by Scott Hammond, Chance Simpson, Taylor Schubert, and Nate Atkins, and their lineup looks like this. At a guard, he is a 6'3" senior, Cade Beekman. At another guard is a 5'10" senior, Zach Severns. And at the third guard is a 5'10" junior, Cruz Chastain. At a forward, he's a 6'1" junior, Kennedy Clear. And at the other forward spot is the 6'3" senior, Ethan Mikulich. Mikulich, Clear, Chastain, Severns, and Beekman. Right off the tip of the tongue go those starters for Lewiston.
And Horwadell is in the game down the road. Preston Horwadell. I'm looking forward to you saying that one, too, a lot of times.
Horwadell, Herrick, there's
Preston.
another Beekman. Beekman's been a name that's been pretty prevalent for Lewiston. Stepping in the center circle is Cade Beekman. He'll jump against Nice, and the tip is up and controlled by the Panthers. As Williams will look to bring it up. He's sporting a little different hairstyle than he had in football, isn't he?
A lot less hair.
Long with the ball to Williams' right wing. Williams surveys the floor against the zone defense of Lewiston to start the night. Just underway here in the last game of this final day, or first day, I should say, of the tournament. Williams, baseline down to Nyson, back to Williams, top of the key, long. Swings it to Vance, good look, 3-ball on the way, is no good. Rebound Williams on the weak side, put back up, and good. Williams with the offensive board and put back. And Central's out to a 2-0 advantage in the early going. Severns brings it the other way. Zach Severns will bounce it out top to Clear. Try to go in the lane. That's to Mikulich. Mikulich turnaround shot is up and good. And he's got his first two, and the game's tied at 2. The 6'3 senior on the nice turnaround shot. We're a minute into this first quarter, and the game's knotted at 2 points apiece on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Long with the ball on the wing left side. Works it out to Williams. Surveys the floor from there. Tries to penetrate. Now Nyson to Vance on the right side of things. Out to Williams. Free throw line, Ippenson. In the corner, Vance. Going to try the three from there. And this time he finds the mark from behind the arc. And the lead is 5-2 Panthers with 6:38 to play in the first. Severns brings it into the front court. That's Beekman, Gets it to Mikulich. Over to Beekman. This is Cade Beekman. Gets a little handoff on the right wing. Fakes now, drives. Pull-up shot is up and short. Rebound on the offensive glass comes down to Clear, but that's because he cleared the man out and is called for the foul.
His first, team first. Ball out of bounds for the Camp Point Central Panthers. 6:22 left in the first quarter, and a 5-2 lead for the Panthers on the three-pointer by Jalen Vance. His coach told me before the game he is really shooting the basketball well.
He's playing with a lot of confidence this season as Vance. Ippenson to Vance. Looking at the lob down to Ippenson off the window and in for two. 7-2 Camp Point Central. 6:05 to play in the first. Panthers off to a good start here. Beekman and company looking for an answer the other way for Lewiston. Pulls the ball out front to Clear. Clear tries the drive. Leaves it off right side Chastain. Cruz Chastain. On the wing, kicks it out to Beekman. Beekman with the left-hand bounce to Mikulich. Left side, Beekman. Beekman turns down the three, top of the key, Chastain. Right back to Severns on the left side of things. 5:40 to play in the first. 7-2 Central on top. Down low, good positioning by Beekman. Shot up, no good. Rebound put back, won't fall by Mikulich. Rebound loose on the court. Nyson had a hand on it. Now it's fought for and still loose. And finally, they'll say the ball was secured by Chastain, and then he's fouled by Nyson.
Nyson's going to pick up the foul, his first. Just a bad situation there for Hayden.
Tough luck one.
Really didn't do much there, but other than just hustle after the ball.
Inbounds pass coming into the right side of the screen.
Nyson needs to be careful not to pick up his second.
Well, they were a little bit deeper on the bench as Central than they were the first week of the season when we saw them. Chastain is going to get a ball out front to Beekman, but he was open because of an illegal screen set by Mikulich.
Mikulich is going to pick up the foul, his first, team second, turnover number 1 on Lewiston, and the Panthers shoot to increase that 7-2 lead.
5:15 to play in this first quarter as Cole Williams plays the point and brings it into the front court for Central. Lob down to Ippenson. Up, under, reverse, no good. Foul called, and he'll shoot a pair.
Yep, he's going to shoot two. So 3 for 4 of the Panthers in the early going here. The only miss is the three-point shot, and Ippenson will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. He's got 2 in the ball game. 7-2 Panthers. 5:07 left. First quarter play on Central Illinois Sports. First one up on the Trash Queen scoreboard. No good by Ippenson, and the score remains 7-2. Trash Queen. Chris and the gang doing a great job for you. Why don't you check out their website? Check them out on Facebook. Get signed up for the new year. They'll do a great job for you at the Trash Queen. Second one by Ippenson makes the adjustment. He's got 3, and the Panthers lead 8-2, their biggest lead of the ball game.
Here's Eric Jones into the game. He replaces Williams.
He looks like a quarterback, doesn't he? A weightlifting quarterback.
5:05 to play in the first. 8-2 advantage for Central. Lewiston on the attack. Beekman with the ball, right wing to Severns. Severns will throw it out front to Pullett. Nick Pullett into the game. Down low to Beekman. Beekman trying to get out of the lane and gets called for traveling.
Second turnover against Lewiston in the paint as Vance held his ground that time. He's not very big, and Beekman was trying to get the disadvantage on Vance, but traveled instead. Panthers lead at 8-2 at the 4:50 mark, shooting for a bigger lead.
Into the front court, Jones out to Nyson. Looking left side now to Long. Long passes across the top of the defense right now for Central. Down low to Ippenson. Up under, shot no good, fouled. And Lewiston really bailed out Ippenson that time. He'd gotten deep under the rim. Didn't really have much of a chance or an angle to shoot the ball, but gets fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws.
Mikulich is going to pick up his second, third team foul. Ippenson back to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 from there. First one up by Lane is good. Last year's when he tore the ACL right underneath that basket, and let's hope he can continue to stay healthy throughout this season. Makes the first, makes it a 9-2 lead, biggest of the ball game for the Panthers, and he'll shoot the second one. Panthers are still 3 for 4 from the field. Second one up by Ippenson, in and out, back in again, and he's got 5. 10-2 now.
4:35 to play in the first. Here's a pull-up shot. No good. Rebound on the play down to Pullett. Pullett will put up a little left-hand runner, won't fall. Ippenson grabs the board for Central. Gives it to Vance. 4:20 to play in the first quarter. All the way into the front court to Nyson, whose turnaround shot won't fall. Rebound down to Ippenson. Dishes it out to Long for a 3. Too short. And the board is secured by Beekman for Lewiston. 4:09 to play first quarter. Indians down 10-2. Down low. They'll work it to Pullett. Fouled by Ippenson.
Ippenson's going to pick up the foul as he reached around and tried to grab the ball. His first, team second. And at the 4:05 mark, Panthers lead at 10-2, but Lewiston trying to get the ball in the middle. They just keep working to the middle and working to the middle. Cole Williams back in, and Long sits down for a little while. They got a good 4-man rotation in the guard play now.
Pullett with the ball, throws it out from Beekman. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound is secured by Cole Williams.
He was strong with that board.
Williams will play the point for the Panthers. To Jones right side. In the corner, Nyson. Back out Williams as they spread the floor. Back to Jones on the left side of things now. Inside Ippenson. Turnaround shot, free throw line. Finds the bottom of the net. And a timeout taken by Clay Hatfield. And we'll pause as well. 3:40 to play first quarter. 12-2 the advantage for Central on top of Lewiston. We're back with you in 30 seconds.
Press Yours on You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours on You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonyou.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
3:40 to play in the first quarter. 12-2 is the advantage for Central on top of Lewiston.
Ippenson with 7 of the 12 points for the Panthers. They've got Hughes out there now as he set Nyson down for a little while.
Ball into the front court for Lewiston as Beekman has it. Works it out between the circles to Severns. Over to a new man into the game. That's Drake Herrick. Down low, Pullett. Pullett pull up. No good. Fouled. He'll shoot a pair.
I think Jones is going to be the guilty party this time. Eric Jones picks up his first, team foul number 3. 2 free throws for Pullett. Nick Pullett looking for his first points of the ball game. 3:27 left first quarter. 12-2 Panthers. And Pullett will get a pair. He's a senior, 6'3", left-hander. Puts the first one up, falls off the side of the rim, no good. Boy, when you don't have things falling your way, you just don't have them falling your way. But as Farmington proved, you don't have to worry about that. If you keep working at it, you can get back into a ball game quickly. Second one up by Pullett is good, and he's got his first point of the game.
Makes it a 12-3 score with 3:25 to play in this first quarter. Into the front court, Cole Williams.
It was 2-2 at one time, Charlie.
Finds Vance. Out to Williams. On the right side to Nyson. Nyson will throw it Williams to Vance. Over on the left wing to Jones. Not really respecting Jones' shooting ability out there as Lewiston. He could burn them here. Williams now with the drive to Jones for a 3. No good. Rebound down to Lewiston's Chasteen. Into the front court into the hands of Severns. He'll work it on the wing left side. Herrick. Herrick out top to Beekman. Beekman fakes the 3, now tries the drive in. Little step back shot, free throw line. Smooth as silk that time for Beekman. And makes it a 12-5 score. Little back-to-back baskets here for Lewiston, should it not be 12 to 6?
Nope. A free throw is what they got.
All right, I'm sorry.
Pull it.
Yep. Free throw line, Nyson with the basketball for the Panthers. To Ippinson, skips it across to Williams. Williams turns down the three. Tries the drive in, leaves it to Jones left side. Out to Vance. 2:20 to play in the first. 12-5 advantage for Central. Trying to work around this zone. Vance with the ball, looks down low. Nyson calling for it as he had position. Rises, shoots, missed it. Rebound fought for and pulled in by Pullet. He'll dish it off to Beekman into the front court for Lewiston, trying to cut it closer. Turnaround shot is no good. And, well, it might have been a foul, but no call. Play on, they say.
Nyson had him boxed out and got clobbered on the play.
Yeah, Beekman kind of drug Nyson to the ground. Here's Ippinson, quick on the baseline. Shot is up and good as he powered through the contact that time and one.
He's got 9.
Ippinson.
9 for Ippinson on the day. 14-5 is the lead now, and he can add to that. They've led by as much as 10, so he could tie that lead right here. It was a 2-2 ball game. Panthers went on a 10-2 run, and then Lewiston came back and scored 3 of their own before the Panthers put up another bucket. Ippinson trying to get the old-fashioned three-point play, and he does. He's got 10 and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Ties their biggest lead of the ball game now at 15-5, 10-point lead. Hughes back into the game, and Ippinson will sit down for a little while.
A minute 45 to play in this first. 15-5, 10-point advantage for Central. Lewiston with the basketball. Herrick with the right side, stolen away by Williams. Williams has picked his pocket clean, coast to coast. Larceny layup, no good. Rebound pulled in by J.R. Hess for Lewiston. To Severns, who takes it across at the 125 mark of this first quarter. Severns will hand it off on the left wing to Chastain, and a foul called on Long.
Long's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team fourth. When they played at Pittsfield, they were a little short for substitutes, but now you can bring in a guy like Hughes and give Ippinson and Hayden Nyson a little bit of a break, as Hughes is a big man, can play in the middle for you. And Long, Williams, Jones, and Vance can trade it off.
A minute and 15 seconds to play in this first quarter. Here's a three-point shot on the way. Little side spin on that one from Severns. Rebound comes out to Pullet, and they'll call him for traveling.
That's going to be turnover number 4 on Lewiston. The Panthers have not committed a turnover so far in the ball game. 1:08 left first quarter, 15-5 Panthers, and they're shooting for their biggest lead of the ball game. Wonder who showed these 3 guys how to text.
Into the front court with it is Williams. He'll work it out between the circles to Long. To Jones deep in the corner right side. Back to Long out top, Nyson. Over on the left side of things to Williams. Skip past Long on the right wing. Deep, 3, no good. Hughes, rebound, put back, won't fall. Nyson fighting for the board, but it's finally secured by Severns for Lewiston. He'll turn and take it into the front court himself. Left side, Chastain. Out on the wing to Beekman to Severns. Skip pass right side, Hess. Hess on the baseline move, shut down there by Nyson, who then pokes the ball out of bounds. It'll be ball out on the sideline for Lewiston once they run it down out of the hallway. Now, I understand once the ball goes into the hallway, or the foyer at some places, you're supposed to stop the clock.
Not everywhere, though.
That's right.
And they don't let the timer tell you what you should do.
And
He's supposed to just keep time.
Sometimes, if it's to the left of the pole, it's a double. And to the right of the pole, it's a home run.
And in the swing sets, you play it.
If you've been to Brussels, you know what we're talking about. Right side, 3-ball on the way for Lewiston's. Chastain, no good. And Williams grabs the board for Central, his second. He'll bring it up, and the Panthers will have a chance to beat the buzzer here, up by 10. Top of the key with it is Long. Works off the screen from Nyson. Over to Williams with 10. Lob down to Nyson. Comes down with it. Ball is stripped and stolen away. Turnover number 1 by Central. Into the front court with it come the Indians. A shot up is no good from a deep 3 by Beekman at the buzzer. And after a quarter, it's Camp Point Central 15, Lewiston 5. Back with second quarter play-by-play after this.
State Bank of Camp Point, a branch of United Community Bank, wants to be your bank. Their friendly and helpful staff enjoys working with customers to give them the best banking experience possible. They're a full-service bank offering savings, checking, CDs, IRAs, and now offering mobile banking where you can bank from your smartphone. They can handle all your borrowing needs, whether it's home, auto, commercial, or agricultural loans. Contact Farmers State Bank at 217-593-7756. We want to be your bank. Member FDIC.
And it's a 15-5 Panther lead after one quarter. The Lewiston squad 2 for 10, 20%, 0 for 4 from the arc, 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Led in scoring in the first quarter, 2 points by Mikulich and by Beekman. And on the other side, the Panthers, Ippenson has 10. Panthers are 5 for 12, 41.6%, 0 of 6 from the arc, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Panthers haven't been great from the field so far, but they have caused 4 turnovers against Lewiston and committed 1 of their own. I thought it was, I see. It's Lewiston's basketball. That's where the arrow's pointing, not where your bench is at, correct?
That's correct.
And we're ready for action again.
New rule this year, actually.
Yeah, sorry, I just read it wrong.
Beekman with the ball, turnaround shot. He gets the shooter's roll. Cade Beekman has 4 and starts things the right way for Lewiston in the second quarter. Cuts the Central lead to 8. Vance with the ball for the Panthers. Works it in the corner to Long. His pass is stripped and stolen away by Beekman. Beekman, real long arm, 6'3" senior. He'll take it into the front court following the second turnover by Central. Little runner up right hand, no good. Nyson grabs the board for the Panthers. Into the front court with the basketball comes Williams on the bounce now. He will work the ball right side, Long to Williams. Out between the circles, Vance to Nyson. Nyson turns and faces there to Long left side. Dishes off to Vance for a 3. Good. Jalen Vance with his second triple of the contest. And makes it 18-7. 7 minutes to play in the first half.
That's their biggest lead.
On the Trash Queen scoreboard. Chastain with the ball to Hess. Hess will dish it off out between the circles to Beekman. Now to Severs. A lot of passes being thrown across the top of the key. Here's a drive to the basket by Pollitt, no good. Ippenson secures another board, his third. An 11-point lead and the basketball for Camp Point Central with 6:35 to play in the half. In the corner, Nyson to Williams. Works it out front, Ippenson. Now on the left side of things to Long. Long will throw the long bounce pass to Vance. Turns down the 3. Works it into Ippenson. Tried to throw the extra pass. The ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Central underneath.
Tried to get it into Nyson, probably one extra pass, and Ippenson could have made that shot. But instead, he had it tipped out of bounds. Back into the ball game is Mikulich.
Ippenson and Nyson have played a lot of basketball together.
Yes, they have since their freshman year, even though Ippenson was injured most of his freshman year. Nyson played most of that on the varsity, though. Back in the Todd Plattner days.
That's right. A long, long time ago. I can still remember.
When?
Music used to make me smile. Here's Ippenson out top to Vance as the Panthers play a little pitch and catch, a little inside out. Ippenson to Nyson. Nyson had the ball bounce strangely, gets it to Long in the corner left side, no good. And on the rebound, a foul called against one of the Indians.
Looks like Clear's going to pick it up. That's going to be his second, 14th foul. You knew he was committing a foul because he had his jersey in his mouth for some reason. Kind of told it himself. It says it's his third. I just have him for 2. They're the experts, though.
Inbounds pass comes out to Long. 5:50 to play in the half. 18-7 is the advantage for Central. They're having things their way so far.
Matt Long, the dad of Mr. Bryce Long, got a win today.
They're playing over at Bloomington, are the Lady Panthers.
Yeah. Laney Lance. One of those people they said in the Bloomington Pantograph, you don't want to miss watching her play. She'll go to QU next year. Pretty good program.
Chastain sits down, as does Kennedy Clear. And I'm Kennedy Clear. Needs to get on TV. Here's Vance with the left side. Little hesitation dribble. Shot up no good. Rebound fought for. Loose, and Nyson kept it alive long enough for Williams to grab the ball.
When Williams, the all-state football player, clears it, you don't want anything to do with the elbow.
5:20 to play in the half. Here's a pass in as Vance throws it away. Turnover number 3 by Central, all in this quarter. Into the front court with it is Beekman. Pull-up tray won't fall. Ippenson aboard, his 4th. Hands it to Vance. Just over 5 minutes to play in the half. Still that 18-7 score. We've been stuck at that one for a while.
Beekman shoots it a lot.
He does, and pretty good-looking athlete is Cade Beekman.
Yeah. The Beekmans have been good players at Lewiston over the years.
Here's a pass into Ippenson. Leaves it off to Williams. Vance going to swing it around the perimeter to Long. That pass was a little wide, and Long will pull it out and reset. Tries the penetration move. Works it out way near the Leatherneck at half court here.
Good thing he didn't have a line across his nose.
That's right. Here is a drive by Vance in the corner to Long. Long throws the skip pass to Williams. Looks down low. Now he'll put it on the deck. Williams not a tremendous shooter, but he can really help facilitate things. Here's Long for a three from the corner is good.
His first three of the ball game.
If they can get Long and Vance going from the outside, it makes it tough inside. And you saw Ippenson have the big first quarter, and that's opened up some good looks from three. 21-7 now as the Panthers build on that biggest lead of the contest. Pollitt with the ball. Fighting for position down low was Michaelick, and he'll be called for the foul.
He pushed off, and he's going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be his third. 7th team foul. That'll be player controlled.
Two guys with 3 fouls in the first half. You don't see that much.
No, not with 4 minutes left in the half. Jones comes in, and you know Jones and Hughes both in the ball game. Jones can flat shoot the three. We know that even though Williams didn't shoot it much. Now Ippenson will get a little bit of a rest as Hughes comes back into the ball game.
So can Hughes, by the way.
Yep, he can shoot the three. That's for sure. A good football player. They were all good football players, by golly. Second in the state of Illinois, you got to be a good football player.
Hughes with it out front, turns down the three this time, goes to Williams on the right wing. Looking left side to Jones for a tray. It is no good. And the rebound pulled in by Chastain.
His third.
Into the front court, Beekman with the basketball. Splits a double team with the dribble and his foul.
Bailed out by the foul by one of the Panthers because Beekman had tried to split the double team. And did they call that one on?
Williams.
Okay. Cole Williams going to pick up the foul. His first, team foul number 5. Ball out of bounds for the Lewiston Indians. Williams will sit down. Vance and Long back in at the guard play. Nice and Jones and Hughes out there along with him on the defensive side.
Beekman gets it. He will force one up. Drew contact, no call, and Bubba Hughes is called for the push underneath.
Oh, they're going to call it on Hughes. Okay.
Yeah, the little forearm shiver usually is called a foul.
He said that was a block in football, Coach.
3:34 to play in the half. 21-7, the lead for Central.
Got a good-looking pickup if you've seen it ever. He likes his pickup truck. Old Bubba.
Ippenson looks like he's getting some attention to a hand back behind the bench. Must have a little cut on it or something. Here's a three-point shot put up. Was it not blocked?
I don't believe so.
Nope. They're going to say just an air ball.
Telling you, Beekman likes to shoot the ball.
Clayton Hatfield says, was that not tipped? And the referee out front says, yeah. You know, on second thought, I think it was. Well, the way the ball just quit spinning, usually you can tell somebody got a hand on it.
Well, I can't see very well through this opening. Vantage point.
Eyes? Is that what the word you're looking for? Here's a shot by Pollitt is good.
He's got 3.
His first field goal of the day. 21-9 the score with 3 minutes to play in the half. Just 4 points in the quarter for Lewiston. They trail by 12. Here's Hughes, top of the key. Dishes right side to Vance. Vance will work it out front nice, and he will not shoot it out there to Jones on the left side of things. Out top, Hughes. Hughes, 3, short. And the rebound will be saved in by Vance. Good hustle by him. And it's run down by Severns for Lewiston. Right side to Beekman for a 3. It's no good. Hughes grabs the board. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the half. 21-9, the lead for Central. Both teams have been a little cold shooting here in the second quarter of play. Here's a ball. They tried to force it into Hughes, and it's stolen away by Pollitt. Turnover number 4 for the Panthers. Into the front court, Pollitt. Pull-up shot with a left hand, no good. Vance tips the ball, and Long secures the board. Ippenson will check in on the next dead ball along with Williams. The Panthers have had a couple of sloppy possessions in a row, looking for a good one here. Long to Hughes. Hughes will go right side, Jones. 1:54 to play in the half to Nyson. Over on the left side to Long. He'll look out front to Vance. Deep 3 ball on the way. It is no good. Rebound Hughes. Back out to Long, who will put up a tray. It's good. Second chance opportunity there. And a timeout on the made three-pointer. We'll pause as well. 1:40 to play in the half. 24-9, the lead for Central on top of Lewiston. We're back with you after this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
A minute and 40 seconds to play in the first half. 24-9 is the advantage for Central. On top of Lewiston here in the final game of the day. Lewiston enters the contest with a record of
12-1.
12-1. Just what I was going to say.
Who's their only loss? You know this.
Farmington.
Who will the winner of this play? Farmington.
Wally World, Dad? Not the right answer, I'm sorry. 1:40 to play in the first half here. Back to live action as Farmington, the team that only has lost to Farmington, Lewiston has the ball. It's a good stick save there.
Did they call the timeout, or did the Panthers?
Lewiston called the timeout. They're second of the day.
Got two guys with 3 fouls.
They've got J.R. Hess back into the game. On the right wing to Severns. Severns will put it on the floor. Looking for an opening. Needs some movement. Does Lewiston on the offensive side to Beekman. Beekman will drive in. Got away with traveling. Dishes off right side to Severns. Pass comes back to Beekman. Beekman knifes the lane. Little runner up is good. Cade Beekman another 2.
He's got 6.
6 of his team's 11. 1 minute to play in the half. 24-11. The advantage for the Panthers on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
For the Panthers, you don't need to be in a hurry now.
Ippinson back in. They'll get it to him in the post. Skips it across to Vance. 3 ball on the way short. And the ball pulled down by Severns. He wants to push into the front court on the dribble. 40 seconds to play in the half. Ball poked away, but he gets it back. Dishes over to Chasteen. Chasteen trying to find an opening to Severns on the wing. Out top, Beekman fakes, now puts it on the deck. Drives in, ball knocked loose and stolen. Nope, just lost out of bounds. Turnover number 5 by Lewiston.
Panthers need to be patient here again. 29.6 seconds left in the quarter. And what do we have there?
Bullitt's going to come in, but he needs to get all the way down to the official scorer first. It's the guy in the stripes.
I see. You don't want to nonchalant when the referee helps you with that. You want to kind of show a little respect there.
Yeah, they can sit you right back in front of the scorer's table and say, that's okay, you didn't check in time.
Sit down.
20 seconds to play in the half. The lead for the Panthers is 13, 24-11. They'll look to add to it here.
Williams didn't want to step backwards.
Jones right side, Ippinson. Out to Vance. Looking for the lob down low to Ippinson. Down, up, shot blocked. Rebound down to Chasteen. 3-2. Beekman, 3-quarter court shot way short at the buzzer. And that's how the first half of play comes to an end, where the Camp Point Central Panthers hold a commanding 13-point lead, 24-11 over the Lewiston Indians at the halftime break. A timeout here. We'll take a look at halftime statistics, and Jack will have some analysis for you as well. Back with you after this.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
When you're way out on the farm right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd. The only bright lights beam from a combine. They're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. For many farmers who planted Golden Harvest seed this year, victory is about to set in. Contact Golden Harvest Seed Advisor Steve Farlow now for the seed to make every acre count. Golden Harvest and Steve Farlow are proud to help sponsor Central Panther football.
We welcome you back at halftime. A lead for Camp Point Central, 24-11 over Lewiston. The Panthers led 15-5 after one quarter and used a 9-6 second quarter to stretch this lead out to 13. Central's led by as many as 15 in the contest. Lewiston has not led, and we were tied once. That was at 2 points apiece. Turnovers in the contest, Central with 4 in the first half compared to 6 for Lewiston. Fouling situation looks like this. Just 7 fouls whistled by the referees against Lewiston, but 3 apiece against Kennedy Clear and Ethan Michalik. And then a single foul on Nick Pullett in the first half. For the squad from Camp Point Central, 6 team fouls, but all on individual players. 1 on Nyson, 1 on Ippenton, Long, Williams, and Hughes. Also with a single foul, as does Eric Jones. At halftime, it is a 24-11 advantage for the Camp Point Central Panthers. On top of the Lewiston Indians, a timeout here. We'll have a look at individual scoring statistics and team shooting percentages after this timeout.
Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your country financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your country financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield. In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
Welcome back on the halftime show. The Trash Queen scoreboard shows the Panthers of Camp Point Central up 24-11 to the Lewiston's Indians, who are 12-1 on the season. Panthers 7-4, I do believe, or 7-3 on the season, I do believe. And the shooting percentages: 5 of 22 for Lewiston, 22.1%, 0 of 8 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, shooting 50% from there. Panthers not a lot better, 8 of 23 from the field, 34.7%. 4 of 13 from the three-point line, 30.8%. 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 6 points apiece for Jalen Vance and Bryce Long from the trays, that they've each one made 2 threes. Cole Williams with a bucket, and Lane Ippenson with 10. Nyson, Hughes, Jones all played and did not score in the first half of the ball game. On the other side, we see that Cade Beekman, so far I just want to make sure I didn't mess up on this because I just can't hardly believe it, but Beekman is he's got 6 points in the ball game, Cade Beekman. Got it to the wrong person there somewhere along the line. Clay Beekman has not got any points because it's Cade who's the guy doing all the scoring. And they've only got 11 in the ball game, so the 5 other points on the day come 2 from Ethan Michalik and 3 from Nick Paulette in the first half. Panthers lead at 24-11 over the squad from Lewiston. And Charlie, as I look at the first half, the Panthers have been a lot stronger team. Beekman's kind of forced some shots up. Neither team's really shooting lights out right now, but 4 3-pointers is 12 points of the 13 in the lead there, and that's a difference maker.
Well, Epperson put in 10 points in the first quarter, and that opened up some things on the perimeter for Central in that second quarter of play where they were 3 of 8 from the three-point line, and those were all 3 of their field goals in the second half. So Lewiston kind of have to pick your poison there. Do you try to let Vance and Long beat you from the outside, or do you have Ippenson have opportunities down low? And if I'm them, I'm trying to force Long and Vance to beat me from the outside. Nothing against either one of those two, but if I'm going to give up a shot, it's going to be from 20 feet away instead of from 4 feet away where Ippenson makes a lot of his baskets. So Lewiston just, man, they struggle to score, and Cade Beekman has shot the ball 14 of their 22 times in the day, and he's 3 of 14 and 0 of 5 from 3. They're going to need him to heat up if they're going to make a comeback in this contest. If you're Central, have to be feeling pretty good. You're up by 13, and if only giving up 11, that's a pretty good spot to be at halftime.
James Barnett doing a good job of scouting. He knew Beekman was their main guy, and they played tough defense on him. 3 fouls apiece on 2 players in Mikulik and Clear for the squad from Lewiston. That hurts them a little bit too. And how many times have we been here and seen a really good game at 9:30 with hardly any crowd here? A lot of times Pittsfield would have some people here, but we've seen some double overtime games, a lot of great ones, but not much of a crowd here right now. We'll be back at 9 o'clock in the morning. Steve Surratt now bringing that 9 o'clock Brown County game, and then we'll have more contests coming your way as we take a look at the brackets and see that tomorrow morning. We'll also have a 10:30 game, Pittsfield and Canton. We'll have that one on Central Illinois Sports. And we know we'll have a 2:30 game as Liberty will play in that one. Camp Point Central will either play in the 2:30 game or the 9:30 game, and right now it looks like they're heading for that 9:30 game. We'll take a 1-minute break. Second half play-by-play comes your way. 24-11. Panthers lead Lewiston's Indians. Back in a minute.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
Well, we're ready for the second half. 24-11, the Panthers with the lead. They'll have the basketball as we start the quarter. And tell you, that stat guy, he found us up here on the other side, been bringing those stats to us ever since. Rebounding, 14 rebounds apiece for the two teams unofficially. So no advantage there, but the Panthers will have the basketball and a 13-point lead. They've got to do a better job than Liberty did trying to protect that 11-point lead.
Well, the teams that went by to 13 for 55, there's been rebounds to be had. We're ready to start the second half. Central's got the basketball. Up 24-11. Williams with it out front. Over to Long. Long out to Williams. Williams looks for an opening. He'll put it on the floor now. Drive in. Leaving to Ippenson left side. Skip pass over to Long. Here's a shot put up no good. And the rebound down to Beekman. Beekman with the basketball into the front court for Lewiston. Down low, good find. Up and in by Kennedy Clear.
His first two.
His first basket of the night. 7:20 to play in the third. We didn't see much of Clear as he was in foul trouble most of the first half. Nice one with the ball into the front court. Might have come down at the 1-2 that time, didn't he?
I don't know, but he grabbed it strong. You don't take it away from him when he gets it up there.
What did he step on the court there? It looks like there's a mark on the floor for something.
Yeah.
What are those marks? Here's a drive to the basket by Ippenson. He'll leave it off to Long. See those little corners down there? What are those?
I don't know. Look like little corners.
Yeah. Right side Vance with it in the corner to...
What's that funny squeaking sound?
I couldn't hear Dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant. Hey, here's Ippenson on a turnaround shot up from 8 is good. And he's got a dozen. 6:35 to play in the third. 26-13 to lead back out to 13 for the Panthers. Clear with the ball. Left side to Chasteen. He'll work it between the circles to Beekman.
Good help defense by Nyson that time.
Beekman will take it on the bounce pass. Little backdoor play. Nicely executed, but the missed shot by Severance allows the Panthers to grab the board, and that's Vance with the rebound, his third.
I had Nyson with it in his third.
All right, they look a lot alike. Not really. Williams with it, right side long in the corner, Nyson. Trying to set up the little backdoor screen to Ippenson, but it wasn't open that time. Lewiston says we've seen that enough today. Left side, Lewiston playing the defense on long. Over to Williams. You know, at 10-15 and 9, everybody starts to look the same. Take that however you want. Left side long. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound tipped, and Vance will grab the board. He'll work a pass off. It's stolen away by Beekman behind the back with the dribble. Little shake and bake move down low. Bumped, fouled, shot, no good. 2 shots for Beekman.
Beekman will shoot a pair. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Was that Nyson that picked it up?
It was.
His second, team first of the second half. Beekman from the free throw line will shoot the 26-13 lead, cuts it to 26-14 with his 7th point of the ball game. 26-14. And the second one up and good by Beekman. He's got 8.
5:30 to play in the third. 26-15. Here's a lob down to Ippenson. Too high that time. Ooh, he goes down. He's all right.
Turnover number 6, 2 in a row for the Panthers. They need to take care of the ball.
You always kind of hold your breath for a second when you see Ippenson go down, though. He's had a lot of injuries in his career.
Last year when I saw him go down, I had tears in my eyes. I just knew that knee was in trouble there. Let's hope he just continues to be fine.
Here is Clear with the ball. Off to Chasteen. Chasteen will dish it off behind the arc right side to Severns.
We saw Liberty lose an 11-point lead, so the Panthers need to be careful here.
In a hurry, they lost it.
You bet.
That Farmington team, man, when they started running on all cylinders, they were tough. Here's Chasteen for a 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Williams. Cole Williams on the dribble into the front court. Throws a pass that nearly went into the scorer's table. Run down by Vance. He'll dish in the corner to Ippenson. Wants the move on the baseline. Skips it across to Long in the corner. Vance. Vance to Long. Swings it around Williams. 4:35 to play in the third. 26-15 the lead for Camp Point Central over Lewiston. Here's a look for Ippenson, and I got to say he traveled with it. He was so surprised that he got the ball that wide open in the middle that he shuffled the feet, says the official.
4:29 left third quarter, 11-point lead, and Lewiston trying to get it to single digits.
As Severns will bring it up. We have not seen him score much. Free throw line with it is Clear. Clear hands it off to Beekman. Beekman rises, shoots, scores.
He's got 10.
Down to a 9-point game. 26-17 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Williams with it into the front court for the Panthers. We're in the black and gold here on the uniform. Williams will catch and start the dribble right on the top of the insignia for Leroy A. Ufka's court. Here's the ball stolen away. Chasteen into the front court. Severns. Layup up is good. And it's a 26-19 score. 3:45 to play in the third. Will Central take a timeout here? They will not. Vance into the corner to Long. You get it inside to Nyson, who shoots from 6. No good, but a foul called. And 2 shots for Hayden Nyson.
Foul's going to go against Beekman. That'll be his first. Team first to the second half. 3:35 left in the quarter, 26-19. It was 24-11. So an 8-2 quarter so far for Lewiston. Hayden Nyson looking for his first points. Puts the first one up. It's in and out, no good. Nyson will get another. Hughes and Jones in. Ippenson and Long sit down for a little while. Panthers haven't done a good job taking care of the ball in the third quarter, and they've let the penetration get a little deep from Lewiston. Second one up by Nyson, makes the adjustment, won't fall. Williams tries to steal it away from Clear, who pulls down his first rebound of the night.
Clear cleared him off, and now here's a 3-point shot put up and good by Severns. All of a sudden, Jack, this is a 4-point game, and Central calls a timeout. Look out. Lewiston heating up. 3:21 to play in the third. 26-22. Central clinging to a 4-point lead. Back with you after this 30-second break.
Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
26-22, the Panther lead 4 now after the timeout by James Barnett. The Panthers will have the basketball, but they led 24-11 at halftime. They've given up 11, as many as they gave up in the first half. Here in the first 4.5 minutes of the third quarter, they've only scored 2, and all of a sudden Lewiston said, hey, we're supposed to be better than this. We got to pick it up, and they have. They've done pretty much what Farmington did. Now Lewiston's going to show full court pressure. Nope, they're going to pull into the half court.
Central has not shot it extremely well.
Oh, not at all. They're 9 of 26. 9 of 28 is Lewiston.
And that's with Lewiston improving from that first half.
Yeah.
They've made 4 field goals in this quarter after 5 in the whole first half of play. Jones with the ball to Hughes, who's checked in during the timeout, as Ippenson's taken a chair, as has Long for Central. A little different look here for James Barnett's squad. Vance with it. On the right side, Jones. Pass fake, gets it to Nyson at the free throw line. Left side to Williams, and he'll set it up.
Hughes needs to be more active. He's kind of camped out in the lane right now.
And now a pushing foul called away from the ball against one of the Lewiston Indians.
Could be a big call here for that. That's going to go against Beekman. That'll be his second, team second, because Clear and Mikulik both playing with 3 fouls. In fact, Clear was a little aggressive earlier. Nyson sits down, Williams sits down, and we see Ippenson back in the game with Jones.
Ippenson with the ball out front. You don't see Ippenson shoot it much from really outside of about 10 feet. Top of the key, Vance with the basketball now. 2:30 to play in the third. 26-22 is the advantage for Central. Handoff goes to Jones. From Long. Free throw line, Ippenson. Look back door, wasn't open. Ippenson penetrates to Hughes in the corner. 3, no good. And the rebound down to Severns. Severns will take the ball into the front court. A chance to cut it closer for Lewiston. Trailed by 15, right now a 4-point game. Pull-up shot, free throw line is an air ball by Clear. Out of bounds it'll be. Well, they'll say it was tipped by Camp Point Central.
Hughes said that'd been good to know.
I don't think that was tipped.
I don't either. Hughes blocked the man out of the way and let it go out of bounds. If he'd have thought it was tipped, he'd have probably went after it.
Beekman going to force one up and gets bailed out with a foul here. You know, what you just said, though, Hughes had a chance to grab that ball, and it's not just Hughes. You see guys do it all the time. They'll let the ball go out of bounds. Why not just grab it?
That's going to go against Vance, or Long. That's exactly right. His second, team second. Free throws for Beekman, and he can make this a 2-point game. First one up by Beekman is good. He's got 11, and actually 5 of those in the second half. 26-23. Cade Beekman, the second one is up, and no good, and the rebound comes off to Ippenson, his 5th.
2 minutes to play in the third. We got a ball game here in this late contest, as it looked like Central might run away with it, but all of a sudden here comes Lewiston. They've scored almost as many points, well, I guess really more points than they scored the whole first half here in the third quarter, and there's still 1:45 to play in the third. Long with it down to Ippenson. Ippenson turns and faces on the baseline, looks for an opening, now drives past his man, snakes underneath and scores.
He's got 14. He's the go-to guy.
He's quick on that baseline move. 28-23, half of his team's points, 1:30 to play in the third. Free throw line with the basketball is Clear. Clear looking for the handoff to Herrick, who's into the game for the first time in a while. And as they give the ball to Clear, he gets called for traveling.
7th turnover of the ball game, second of the second half. Sitting down is Herrick. And back into the ball game is Mikulik, I do believe.
1:19 to play in the third. 28-23 Panthers. Can they capitalize on the mistake by Lewiston? Left wing with it long, and a force one up, no good. A rebound down to Beekman. Beekman will turn and take it the other way for Lewiston. Looks to the drive. Oh, gets right by everybody. Missed it as he was thinking there was going to be contact. Got us on board to Chastain, though. Out top to Severns, and Lewiston will reset. I mean, Beekman shot that ball 8 feet over the rim, thinking he was going to draw contact as Eppenson just stepped out of the way. Beekman down low. Good find. That is to Meeklik, who threw it away, but Chastain ran it down. Off to Beekman. 40 seconds to play in the third. A 5-point lead for Central. Lewiston has the basketball. They will also get the ball to start the final quarter, barring a tie-up in the last 30 seconds. Here's Beekman. Rises, shoots, hangs, scores, and one.
I didn't think that ball went through, but I guess it did. He's got 13. 28-25, is that correct?
That is correct.
And he can make it a 2-point game with the free throw. Hughes sits down, Nyson back in. Here comes Williams in. He'll sit down Vance. 30.8 seconds left in the quarter. Lewiston will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter, barring a tie-up here, but the Panthers could be ahead by 2 with a chance to shoot for the last shot. After leading by as much as 15, it's good by Beekman. He's got 14.
28-26 with 27 seconds to play in the third. Williams with the basketball for Camp Point Central.
Panthers had that dry start against Quincy Notre Dame. They've kind of done the same thing here.
Yeah, they just have not been able to put the ball in the basket. Really, since the first quarter, they didn't score, just 9 points in the second.
Yeah.
After a 15-point outburst in the first quarter. Ippenson in the corner, Williams down to Nyson. Got caught underneath. A good power move up. Shot no good, but he's fouled. Really nice job to Nyson to really propel himself up towards the rim and draw the foul.
Chastain's going to pick up the foul. Now it's important for Nyson to make the free throws. Panthers are 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 28-26, 3 seconds left in the quarter. First one up by Nyson is no good. The Panthers are not making their free throws. Nyson's 0 for 3 from there. 4 of 8 so far. 28-26. Can he give him a 3-point lead with a second free throw? It's up and good. Nyson has his first point of the night.
Here's Chastain, 2-1. Here's Pollitt for a 3. It is up and no good as the buzzer sounds. And after 3 quarters, it's Camp Point Central 29, Lewiston 26. Exciting fourth quarter play-by-play your way after this.
Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, a branch of United Community Bank, wants to be your bank. Their friendly and helpful staff enjoys working with customers to give them the best banking experience possible. They're a full-service bank offering savings, checking, CDs, IRAs, and now offering mobile banking where you can bank from your smartphone. They can handle all your borrowing needs, whether it's home, auto, commercial, or agricultural loans. Contact Farmers State Bank at 217-593-7756. We want to be your bank. Member FDIC.
Three of 17 from the three-point arc is Camp Point Central, 19.7%, 10 of 29, 34.5%, 5 of 9 from the free throw line, 10 of 32 for Lewiston, 1 of 11 from three-point range, 5 of 11 from the free throw line. The Panthers lead at 29-26, and Lewiston will have the basketball with a chance for a three-point play or three-point shot to tie this one up. We were tied at 2. Panthers led by as much as 15, only gave up 11 in the first half. But right now we got a ball game.
Saverns will bring it up for Lewiston as we start the final quarter of play. Somebody going to be playing at 9:30 tomorrow night, and now a moving screen called against Michaelik.
Michaelik's going to pick up his 4th foul to start the 4th quarter. 4th team foul. Michaelik will sit down, and here will come Clear back into the game. He didn't get 7 seconds into the 4th quarter, and he's sitting down with his 4th foul. Turnover is the 8th of the ball game, 3rd of the second half.
But when you don't bring your defender to the screen, those big guys will get those moving screens called against them.
It's the guard's fault.
Sometimes. That time it was.
Panthers are only 3 of 17 from the arc, and I'm telling you, if you're shooting like that, don't shoot it much unless
that
your
was
name's
bad.
Vance.
Lewiston's 1 of 11.
1 of 11. Looked like me shooting.
Well, let's not get crazy.
They did make one, that's true.
Nice and with it high above his head left side. The Panthers have spread things out here. Ippenson, right side Jones. Jones will give it off to Vance. 7:19 to play. 29-26 the lead for Camp Point Central. They've led by as many as 15 in the contest.
That's why Lewiston's in the zone right now, though.
Vance with the basketball, left side to Jones. Jones will look out front to Williams. Panthers can afford to be patient here. As long as you can get a score after taking this time off the clock. Free throw line, Ippinson to Nyson. Looks down low. Now out top, Jones. Good luck. 3-ball on the way. Good.
You get that good of a look, and sometimes you can get it buried. Jones is his first 3 of the ball game.
32-26. The lead back to 6 for Camp Point Central. That was a big shot. Beekman with the left side. He really came alive in that third quarter. He's looking for a driving lane against Nyson. Lost the ball, loose on the court, and it's nearly stolen away. Still loose. Finally, there is a timeout granted to Lewiston as Clear was able to grab the ball, and a timeout given to the Indians. We'll keep it right here. 6:30 to play. 32-26 advantage for Camp Point Central.
They worked the ball around, got Jones wide open top of the key, and that's the look he was got his feet under him and was able to make. But boy, when you make about 10 passes and the 3's what you end up with, you better make it.
Macomb tournament here, and the MVIT, Payson Seymour was a winner over Griggsville Perry tonight.
What was the score?
71-34 the final. Luce 26, Kennedy 24.
If you keep Griggsville Perry from shooting the 3, you can shut them down. But boy, they've made 11, 12 threes in a ball game a couple of different times.
Kirk had 8, Sherman 6. Bradshaw and Tucker Coons both with 5. Tate Coonsman left in the second quarter with an injury.
Woo. Wide open goes Paulette, and he goes right to the bucket. He's got 5, and we're back to a 4-point game.
32-28 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 6:17 to play. Williams brings it up. Hands the ball off to Vance. Out between the circles, Jones. To Ippinson. Fakes the ball handoff. Now right side, Nyson. And an illegal screen set underneath or a foul call on Lewiston.
Yep, it's going to go against Lewiston. It's going to be underneath on Chastain, I do believe. Yep, that'll be his second. Team foul number 5. Panthers are only 5 of 9 from the free throw line. 5 of 7 for Lewiston. Now into the ball game comes Herrick, and sitting down is Chastain.
Out of bounds underneath their own hoop for the Panthers. Ippinson to throw it in. Ball comes out front to Vance. Vance and the Panthers with a 4-point lead in the basketball with 6 minutes remaining in this contest. Have not seen overtime today. Free throw line, Ippinson out to Nyson. They dare him to shoot it. He'll try the drive inside now. Might have got away with an offensive foul. Right side, Williams. Out behind the arc.
That was that power dribble, right?
No, not really. Right side, Vance with it. Works out the Ippinson screen to Nyson. Over on the left side of things to Williams. Williams helps facilitate things now to Jones. Jones right side, Vance into Ippinson. Going to try to make a move in the lane and traveled. Yes, good call.
9th turnover of the ball game against the Panthers. 8 against Lewiston. Panthers have turned it over 5 times in the second half, and they lead by 4 with 5:26 left. James Barnett works hard on the sidelines trying to get his kids enthused here.
Into the front court comes Severns. Free throw line to Clear. Left side is Severns behind the arc. Looks to the sideline. Clay Hatfield calls out a play to Beekman. Could be Beekman left or Beekman right here. Now out front, Herrick to Severns. Just under 5 minutes to play. 32-28 lead for Central. Free throw line, the ball goes to Beekman. Turns around against Nyson. Trying to force one up. Couldn't get the shot up. Goes down to Pollitt. His shot blocked by Ippinson down to the ground, and they'll call him for being out of bounds.
So no rebound, missed shot, no rebound on the play. It's going to go the way of the Panthers. 32-28, 4:46 left. It's been ugly here in the fourth quarter.
4:40 to play. 4-point lead for Central. Can they extend it here? Jones with it on the wing right side. Looks out top, Ippinson, who has no help side defender. Down low, Nyson. Power dribble, up and in for 2.
His first bucket of the ball game.
34-28, lead back out to 6 with 4:25 left. Severns into the front court, out to Clear. Clear tries the drive, now to Severns on the wing. He fakes the 3. Bounce pass to Pollitt. Pollitt will pull it back out to Herrick. Top of the key, Beekman for a 3, straight on, good from downtown.
He's got 17 now.
Cade Beekman with a tray.
11 in the second half.
We're halfway home in this fourth quarter. 34-31 is the lead for Central. He has a big basket to respond to the other way. Here's Williams on a little up and under. Shot up is good, and he's fouled. And one.
That was pretty. Williams with his 4th point of the night. He'll get the and one, and the foul goes against Lewiston. And who's the call on? Is that Paulette?
Severns.
Severns is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first. Team foul number 6. Free throws 1 and 1 after this. Panthers will get the and one here, leading 36-31. Williams with the free throw. It's up short, and they still not hitting the free throws.
Beekman with the basketball into the front court. He hit a 3 a moment ago, looking for another opening. Now he throws a pass that's stolen away by Williams as he tried to force it inside.
Turnover number 9.
3:37 to play. To Vance, left side 3, no good. Rebound, Severance gets it for Lewiston. Into the front court. He's got it on the dribble top of the key, off the clear screen. Will direct some traffic, now hands it off to Beekman. Beekman guarded, I should say, by Nyson. Deep in the corner, Severance. He'll pull up for a 3-point shot. It's way long. And the rebound down to Vance. Vance pushes it into the front court, but I would think Central would want to pull it out, and they do. 3:07 to play, up by 5 over Lewiston. Ippenson with it, free throw line. Tries to hand it off to Williams. Ball was tipped but run down by Williams on the wing. He'll try to move in to Vance left side. Another 3-point opportunity, no good. And the rebound is pulled in by Severance. 2:49 to play. Really probably not the 2 shots the last 2 times Central really looking for. Now Severance drives right in. His shot is up. No good. Rebound clear. Won't fall, but he's fouled by Vance.
Vance will pick up the foul, his first. 4th team foul. Free throws to be shot the other way. 2 of them. 5 of 7 is the squad from Lewiston on the night. Clear with 2 points in the evening. We'll go to the free throw line with 2:39 left. 5-point game, 36-31 Panthers. Clear's first one is up and bounces off the backboard, no good. That one didn't look like you usually shoot the free throw. Now, I did have a broadcaster tell me earlier in the year some people do that on purpose.
Try to bank it in?
I don't think so. Not often.
Why not?
Well, because they don't have much success most of the time. Second one up by Clear is in and out, no good, and the rebound comes off to Hayden Nyson. His 5th rebound of the night.
2:30 to play. 36-35 Central. Into the front court, Jones going to drive the lane. Pull up off the glass is good.
Athletic move by Jones. He's got 5.
Lewiston needs an answer. 2:20 to play. It's usually come in the hands of Cade Beekman. Free throw line, Michaelick. Hands it off. No, fakes the handoff. Dishes it out to Severance. Severance tries to drive. Ooh, might have double dribbled. Now he's still just dribbling in the corner. Kind of nonchalant over there with 2:05 to play. Off to Beekman and a timeout whistled for Lewiston. We'll pause as well. 2:03 to play. 38-31, the lead for Central over Lewiston. Back with you after this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
38-31, Panthers with the lead. 2:03 left in the ball game, and Lewiston called the timeout. They'll have possession of the ball. The possession arrow on a tie-up goes to the Panthers right now. It was a 15-5 lead after one quarter, 24-11 Panthers at the half, 29-26 Panthers after 3. And right now, 38-31, a 7-point lead for the Panthers, and Lewiston needs an answer each time down the court. It's come the way of Beekman quite a few times. Paulette with 5, but 17 for Beekman, 11 in the second half. A couple of threes.
2:03 to play. Ball out of bounds on the sideline here for the Indians. Severns looking to get it in, does so to Beekman on the left wing. Jones out really guarding him hard. Beekman will get around the man. Now force up a shot, no good. Rebound fought for. Loose and secured by Williams.
He used the body well that time, did he not?
1:47 to play. A 7-point lead and the basketball for Camp Point Central. Trying to stave off a late run here by Lewiston. Nyson now is fouled by Michaelick.
And he's going to foul out of the ball game. It'll be a 1-and-1 for the Panthers. Nyson will go to the free throw line. Hayden is 1 for 4 from there, so they knew who they wanted to foul. He'll shoot the one in bonus. 38-31. Michaelick fouls out of the game, correct?
He does.
Who came in for him?
It looked to be Chastain.
Nyson with the first of the 1-and-1. He makes it, and he'll get the bonus, and he's got 4 on the night, none bigger than that one. 39-31. Got to make your free throws late in the game. Second one up by Nyson, also good, and the senior shows some experience there. He's got 5.
1:35 to play. Into the front court, Beekman, pull-up 3 is an air ball. Out of bounds, it'll be Central ball.
Nobody touched it that time. I
No
don't
tip.
believe.
No tip.
I
that
agree
time.
with what you said about Hughes, though. When you get that much time to grab it, grab the ball. Don't take any chances. Take it out of the other team's ability to do something with it.
Vance with the ball in the backcourt for Central. He and Williams bring it across with 1:20 to play. 40-31 the lead for Camp Point Central.
Haven't seen Long in a while.
No, that is true. Out front, Vance with it. With just over a minute to play, Lewiston is not fouling at this point. And just like that, they will.
They'll foul Williams. He'll go for the 1-and-1, and the foul will go against Severns. That'll be his second. 8th team foul. 7 of 12 are the Panthers. They lead at 40-31 with 1:03 left in the contest. And Cole Williams, the All-State football player, steps to the line and puts the first one up. Good concentration and gets it to fall. Cole's got 5 on the night. 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. He'll get the bonus. 8 of 13 are the Panthers now. They lead by 10. Second one up by Williams. Relaxed and made it happen.
They had a 15-point lead. It got cut to as few as 2. And right now they lead by 11 with a minute to play. Just really hard to shake these kids from Camp Point Central. And now a blocking foul whistled against Eric Jones.
Jones will pick up the foul. That'll be his second. 5th team foul, I do believe. So ball out of bounds. Panthers got a couple of fouls to give yet. 1 actually before the bonus. 55 seconds left. You can use that to your advantage.
Inbounds comes in to pull it. He'll work it out top. Beekman going to fire a 3-ball. It's short. His shot has been short the last couple of times. Played a lot of minutes in this game as Beekman.
Yep, he's forced a lot of shots, but he got hot there in the third quarter. Brought his team back for a while.
40 seconds to play. 42-31 Panthers. Down low, Jones is wide open, and he'll put it up and in for 2.
He's got 7 points in the night, all in the second half, and the Panthers lead by 13.
44-31 the lead. Here's a pull-up shot on the right side by Severns. It was an air ball out of bounds. Central ball length of the court to go. Here comes Long in. Jones will take a chair.
Got to call this an upset, don't you? A 12-1 team getting beat by a
No.
7-3 team?
It's not an upset.
Okay. You and I both thought it would happen this way, but
Then why would you call it an upset?
well, team's 12-1.
Yeah, but Central's not, full strength. Come on. This team's got 1 loss as well, right? 10 seconds left. They're going to win this one by 13 points, 44-31, the final in the ball game. They'll play at 9:30 tomorrow night against Farmington, where they will try to pull an upset. This one, they take care of Lewiston. Lewiston drops to 12-2. Central improves to 8-3, and we take a break here. Final stats and analysis coming your way after this.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. The Camp Point Central Panthers improved to 8-3. They defeat the Lewiston Indians, who dropped to 12-2. By a final count of 44-31, the Panthers jumped out to an early lead, had a 15-point lead in the first half, saw it dissipate down to just a 2-point advantage in the third quarter, but hang on and pull away at the end to win this one, 44-31. They'll play Farmington tomorrow night at 9:30. We'll have the broadcast for you here on Central Illinois Sports. Jack has a look at some final stats.
Well, it was a 15-5 first quarter for the Panthers, 24-11 at halftime, 29-26 after 3. The Panthers win at 44-31. Truthfully, free throws may have been the big difference in this one, plus a three-pointer by Jones. Jones had 7 in the second half, 9 of 14 from the free throw line for the Panthers, 64.2%, 4 of 20 from the arc, 20%, and 15 of 36 on the night from the field, 41.7% on the evening. Turnovers, Panthers turned it over 9 times, 5 in the second half. Lewiston, 11 of 40, 27.5%, 2 of 16 from the arc, 12.5%, 5 of 9 from the free throw line, 55.6%. Rebounds, 25-24 in favor of the Panthers, and the only man to foul out was Mikulik, I should say, Ethan Mikulik from Lewiston in the ballgame. Ippenson led the way with 14 points for the Panthers, then 6 for Jalen Vance, Bryce Long, Cole Williams, 6 for Nyson and 7 for Jones. The scoring for the Panthers on the other side, 17 for Beekman, and 11 of those came in the second half. 5 for Severance, 5 for Paulette, 2 for Mikulik in the ball game, and 2 for Clear. Panthers win it. Final score of 44-31. They'll play tomorrow night at 9:30, and we'll bring you that action. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, BCHornetsports.com will be where you'll get your first game. And then after that, the Pittsfield Sockies will play Canton at 10:30 right here on Central Illinois Sports. Liberty plays at, 2:30 in the afternoon, Charlie? Is that correct?
That is correct.
And they will play at 2:30. We'll bring you that contest, and then we'll have the 9:30 contest here as well. That's going to do it from Macomb Western Basketball Holiday Tournament, 44-31. The Panthers get the win, and they'll play at 9:30 tomorrow night. For Charlie Hall, I'm Jack Hall, bidding you farewell from Macomb. This has been a Central Illinois Sports presentation, along with the birthday boy Tim Hall on the camera, 12 years old today, and you should have seen the ice cream he ate for supper this evening. That's going to do it from here, 44-31. The Panthers get the win. They move to 8-3 on the season.